sides of the ball.
Looking at us on defense, what do we run the front three, or we'll run a front four on defense?
Yeah, we'll run our same defense we've been running for a little while, but we'll be in the 3-4. So no major changes defensively.
And the D line can be comprised of
a lot of those same guys that I just mentioned, along with Jack Roach, who's a freshman who is a big kid and is coachable and has done a really good job in practice and has shown that he can handle the physicality of a varsity football game. So again,
hello, 1,
like
2, 3.
I said,
Can you hear me all right there now?
You look at Connor King and Cole Sherrill and Maurice and some of these other guys, they're playing a lot on offense. They're playing a lot on defense. So we've tried to find, a couple other guys on both sides of the ball that we feel comfortable with putting in the ball game, so that there's not a huge drop off, and we can still, we can rest some of these guys in certain spots.
And who will be on the outside as outside linebackers?
We've got Gus Fox and Camden Wolford that played that position last year. So, that is one spot. Linebackers one spot where we've got a lot of guys back, and we look for those guys to be even better this year and kind of step into more leadership roles on the defensive side.
Both those guys that you just mentioned impressed me last year with being able to understand what's going on and be in the right play at the right time. Gus, especially, and Camden, seemed to really stymie everybody that tried to run his side with the ball.
Yeah. Gus, we didn't really know what we had, but he had moved away. He had been here, growing up, and had moved away and came back last summer. And really, when you don't expect any freshman to really contribute a lot of times, but especially one that you don't really see until July. But he stepped in and proved that he can play at the varsity level and had a good year. And we're looking for him to have an even bigger year. And Camden's just a really coachable kid and does what you ask him to do. And sometimes he's a little bit undersized, but he does exactly what he's coached to do, and that's what you really want out of that position.
So those are our outside linebackers who will be inside for us in the linebacker position.
There's a few guys that you can throw in there. Jameis will be there and has played there the last couple of years. Landon Davis and Cooper Mobley are some other guys that will be in those spots as well.
And cornerbacks, we will have at corner?
Canyon Richardson and Logan Chambliss and Luke Parker, Luke Maddox, Eli Stevens. Those are some of the guys that, and again, we're playing people both sides of the ball at those positions too. So we've tried to get a couple of different guys reps there so we can rest when we need to.
So the defense may be a little bit further ahead of the offense right now, Will, or is the offense making up ground here in the last couple of weeks?
I don't really know who's ahead of who, really. I know that at times offense has done some good things, the defense has done some good things, and then there's other times where it doesn't look so good. So, but I do think getting these scrimmages, playing good people and getting reps against good people on film has really helped us, and that's why we do those things, is to try to see what we need to fix and get it fixed before the regular season starts and district play starts.
Who will be our return men on kickoffs and punts this year?
Xavier Bumpus will be back there, and Logan Chambliss.
And we're going to look at our opponent tonight, the Christian County Colonels, when we return after these commercial messages.
Raider Auction Company is excited to cheer on all the Tiger athletes this season. Go Tigers from Raider Auction Company.
We're proud to power EnergyNet Internet service.
Hi, this is Jeff Hurd with Hopkinsville Electric System.
And I'm Alan Gates with PennyRyle Electric. EnergyNet Internet service is powered by HES and PennyRyle, and we're bringing fast, reliable internet to homes across our service area.
EnergyNet has high-speed fiber internet coming to new homes every day. With EnergyNet Internet, you can expect great local service with world-class speeds and reliability for your home internet.
Visit goenergynet.com to sign up for EnergyNet Internet service or see when EnergyNet service will be available in your home.
For 71 years, WPKY has been your proven source for information, news, and sports. As we continue our legacy, join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5, plus 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to the interview. As mentioned earlier, our opponent tonight is Christian County. And Will, what do we know about the Colonels?
They've got a lot of guys back off that team last year that we played. So, a little familiar with them. But as far as getting film and all that, we only have one film to go off of. And that's just kind of one of those things that happens early in the year. So, we're a little familiar with their personnel, but as far as, they've got a new coach, they're doing some similar things defensively. So, you can go back and kind of look at what they did to us defensively last year, but offensively, it's a little bit different scheme. And so, just haven't seen a lot. I know that they've got more things in their pocket than they showed in the scrimmage that we watched. So, it's about, running to the ball and tackling and playing good defense and taking care of the football because, you just don't know, we don't have 2, 3, 4 games to watch them to see exactly, what kind of team they're going to be.
Who will they open with at quarterback? I know, obviously, one of the youngsters that I'm familiar with, returning wide receiver over there, Jashawn Riley.
Yeah, he's back, and then the Miles kid that played quarterback last year's back. So, and they've got some of those receiver guys back as well. So, the Miles kid does a really good job of, if things break down, breaking the pocket, breaking contain, and making plays with his feet. I think he, in a game last year, I think it was Murray, I think he threw for 250 and ran for over 100 yards. So he's really talented and has a year of playing under his belt. So, we'll have our hands full there. And, they do a good job of spreading the ball around to different guys and getting the ball in space. And, they've got great athletes, and, I think they do a pretty good job up front as well, with what they're doing, getting up on linebackers, double teaming, and, so it'll be a tough task for us defensively for sure.
Just looking at with you're mentioning the new coach, so their offense will change just a little bit. Are they a run, pass, or 50-50 run?
I think they'll be balanced, but there aren't very many teams in high school football that are going to just try to beat you through the air. So they'll want to run the football, and I think if they watch the film, they'll try to run the football. So that's the number one thing you've got to do is be able to stop the run where they can't just gash you 7 or 8 yards a pop, and that's got to be the focus going in, and then adjust from there.
Do they have any big name on defense that stands out, or we just don't know where their strength really lies on defense and the line?
I don't know a lot
backers.
of names, and I know and really don't know the numbers because it was hard to see on film. But what stands out to me, and really this is every time we play Christian County, they're very aggressive defensively and react to the ball really fast. So that's something that can give us problems and has given us problems when we play those guys is how fast they are to the ball. So we've got to be prepared for that, and it can give you problems if you're not going full speed, not doing exactly every little detail you need to from an offensive perspective.
And as far as you've mentioned that you were only able to see one of their scrimmage interview or films this season.
Yes, yeah, we had one of
And
their
like you say,
scrimmages.
they're not going to give away the the whole package in a scrimmage, I'm sure.
Yeah, and just like we run our base stuff on both sides of the ball. I'm sure that's what they do. So they're going to have adjustments and things that they think they can do against our offense and defense, and it's really just about playing your responsibility, doing what you've been coached to do, and then if we see something crazy or see something that gives us problems, it's our job as coaches to make adjustments on the sideline during the game. And, we've got to do a good job of that as coaches to give ourselves a good chance to win.
Going back to their offense, will they run the option or a standard backfield or spread out?
It's, a lot of spread formations, a lot of similar things to what we do. So, a little variation here and there, but nothing, dramatically different than what we do.
So again, the key things, as we always talk about, we just have to be assignment ready to play what we're been told to do.
Yeah, we've got to do a little bit better job of reading keys and a little bit better in technique, and then play with great effort. I thought we did a better job of that last week against a really good Owensboro team, and we've just got to continue to get better every single week. And I feel like we've had a pretty good week of practice, and hopefully that translates to the game on Fridays.
Well, let's go over some of the things like our coaching staff. I know we've got a couple of new faces in our coaching staff this year. Kind of talk to us about who they are.
Yeah, Mitchell Harrelson is going to be a volunteer coach. He kind of came around a little bit last year, but his roles increased and has been able to be at practice and will be able to be at the games every week. So because of his school and work schedules changed a little bit, so that's been already been a great asset to our program because it's one guy that is experienced at the special teams at obviously the high school level, and then played college football and I was around some really good special teams minds at that level. So, that's a really important part of the game, and he's done a great job of stepping right in and coaching up our guys, and really has kind of made that his own deal, and which has helped Coach McGowan take a little bit off his plate. Coach Mack's still doing a lot of our special teams, basically everything but punt. And Mitchell's been a guy that can really talk to the kickers and talk to the snappers, and that way Coach Mack can kind of coach everybody else. So Mitchell's been a great addition, and just like about everybody else, played here and has been a part of Caldwell County football for a really long time. So glad he's with us. And then Shane Burns will be with us on a volunteer basis as well. And it's more of a game day type thing with his work schedule. He'll be there on Fridays to help out with whatever we've got going on.
So good. Obviously, like you say, to put two Caldwell County guys on the staff, really, I'm sure both of them can fire up kids if they really want to, and I'm sure that's part of their coaching style. I would think.
Yeah, I think Mitchell's probably a little more fired up than Shane, but yeah, it's good. It's good to have, a lot of these kids have grew, when they were in elementary, middle schools, Mitchell and Shane were playing.
I've got you
so
guys turned down if you want to talk, but
some of these
I was just
younger
asking
guys
how y'all are
come
doing.
And something else I've been hearing, I haven't
We are
seen
set
them all.
up
I
if-
think
if
I
you
may
can
have
hear
seen
us.
them last Saturday night at the
I can
bank.
hear you.
We have new uniforms this
All
year.
right.
We do, yeah.
You're
We've
coming
got
through
new
loud and clear,
uniforms,
Bryce.
So,
Road uniforms will be.
Yes, sir. If I need to turn my mic down, I sure can.
yep. Well,
And-
Oh, you're
white
good, buddy.
jerseys with blue and gold shoulder stripes, and then we've got gold pants with blue and white.
Guys, got about 3 minutes
And
till
then
you're on.
Home
Yep.
uniform will be
We've got
Okay.
gold jerseys with
Now,
blue
John,
and white
I'm not
stripes,
hearing-
and then
I'm not
you know,
hearing
same
my mic.
pants.
good. And obviously it's
How
way
about
early
no,
in
a
campaign.
little bit
but,
more, if you will.
with the 20 freshmen,
And it's
14
that's a whole lot
sophomores,
better.
Obviously,
Whole
the
lot
JV
better.
schedule is in play this year.
Yeah, we'll play JV on Monday night. We go to Hopkinsville.
So already beginning the trek this coming Monday. Then,
Yes, we'll head over to Hopkinsville on Monday.
as we head into tonight's game, any injury report, Will, that we need to go over?
But we've got some guys banged up, and it's been a physical couple of scrimmages. So that's kind of part of the game, and some of them, hopefully we'll get back in a week or so. So we'll see how that all goes.
It's something about Friday night where the healing sometimes becomes aggressive, and you heal quickly.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. So, but no, we're fairly healthy. Like I said, injuries happen and things like that happen, and you just got to be able to adjust and get the next guy in there and get ready.
So I'm thinking Luke's arm's in pretty good shape.
I hope so. Yeah, the last I've heard it is. So, he'll be ready to go.
And obviously the weather has just been taking a break here the last week or so. We've got great weather tonight here at Hopkinsville, so that's not going to tire the players out playing at 90-degree, 95 heat and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, with the conditioning part of playing, it's always, you're going to have guys getting tired. And so, if it's not super, super hot, obviously that's a little bit of a benefit.
Any final thoughts, Will, as we conclude this interview?
Really proud of the progress we've made really the last week and a half with our team. And, we've obviously been looking forward to getting going on this season, and we're looking forward to tonight and, hope we play well and against a really good Christian County team. So, looking forward to getting the season started.
That will conclude this interview. My thanks to Tiger head coach Will Barnes for taking time out of his busy schedule to talk on the radio. I invite you to listen on the radio at 103.3 and watch the live stream at WPKYonline.com. Join Dennis Stevens, Todd Griffin, Gary Goodacre, Chris George, John Miller, and me, Bob Hayes, for the broadcast that is coming up next on this station. High school football in Kentucky is underway.
The season's on the line.
The Tiger football tradition continues. Time to check in with their WPKY sports crew and preview tonight's action. The WPKY pregame show is brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to coverage of Caldwell County Tiger football on WPKY. Tonight, the Tigers begin the new season on the road against the Christian County Colonels here at the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll start breaking this one down on the Farmers Bank pregame show next on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Penny Royal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
Life is filled with moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for our Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Preston Burrell, Addie Vincent, and Lily Horde.
When we say
Classic hits.
we mean listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
And back to the Stadium of Champions as we get underway here on the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, the home of the Tiger Debit Card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Their team wants to wish the Tigers good luck this season and to let you know they are there to support you. You can bank on it. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller here in the booth tonight at the Stadium of Champions. Todd Griffin down on the field. We will talk to him a little bit later in this pregame show. Bob, it's the night we wait on every year. We love to get started on this. Our 8th season in the booth for WPKY calling Caldwell County Tiger football. We have seen this scenario quite a bit where we have a brand new quarterback, a lot of inexperience, kids that didn't play a lot last year that are in starting roles this year. Points in the first 2 scrimmages, a little bit hard to come by, but a lot of potential talent on the field for Caldwell County this year.
A lot of potential talent on the field, Dennis, with the it's a young team, 20 freshmen, 14 sophomores, nice round number of juniors. But yeah, you're right. Quarterback position the last 3 or 4 years have been seemingly one and done, if you will. And this year we're fortunate in that we have a sophomore back there, Luke Parker, wearing number 1, that is a sophomore, and he can throw the ball, good athlete. So we're looking forward for great things out of that young man, not only this year, but the following year and the year after that. Good, young, talented players out here. As Coach Barnes said in his interview, we're a little more athletic this year. We might be a little less experienced, if you will.
Last year we had a heavy dose of Logan Smiley and ran the ball a lot. I think Coach Barnes is looking to go to the air quite a bit more this season. We do have some kids that are going to be able to run the ball as well. Injuries are going to play a little bit of a factor, and we'll get to that injury report here in just a little bit on the Farmers Bank pregame show. But a couple of seniors that Parker will be able to throw to this year, Jameis Carnahan and Logan Chambliss, look to do some big things at those receiver spots.
Absolutely, those two, and the surprise receiver this year may be Xavier Bumpus, who came out mid-year last year, got great hands, fairly quick, and catches the ball real well, and really looking for big things out of Xavier Bumpus. He'll wear number 88 tonight as far as his position. And a lot of our guys this year, Dennis, 6, 7, 8, 9, may go both ways. They're trying to build depth so that maybe every 3 series, offense and defense, they're in there for 2 of the series. But there's a lot of people maybe having to step up tonight. I know 2 freshmen that was mentioned will be number 10, Jack Roach, who may actually start on the defensive line. That's a possibility. And also it's Cooper Mobley, number 3, could possibly start at a backer position. So, and then they've got 3 sophomore linemen that may come in and see action this year. So Justice Coleman, Daniel Laurent, those kids will be available. We've got probably 2 to 3 returning offensive lettermen in the O-line. So, just looking at the scrimmages that we talked about, Owensboro, where we played better against them today in the paper, I see where they're ranked something like 2 in 5A, 8th overall in the state. So no slouch football team there.
No, a couple of really good opponents. Owensboro Catholic, who with the new playoff format we could see later on this season in the playoff round. But going back to Luke Parker, Bob, he's an athletic kid. He's getting rave reviews from the coaches that we've talked to on the staff, Coach Barnes, also Coach Riley, a little bit about Luke's progress so far this season. But he is a sophomore. Last year you had Jack Stevens at quarterback, threw 156 times. That's exactly 150 more than Luke put the ball in the air last year in some backup roles. So a kid's going to come in with a lot of potential, but you know you're going to have live with a few of those mistakes along the way as he continues to grow, especially early against some pretty strong teams in Christian County and Madisonville coming up on the road next week before we go home to start our season.
Correct. Luke is he's got a lot of moxie about himself. He carries himself well, good athlete. He'll rise to the occasion. I truly believe that he won't have a 5 or 6 game learning jitters that sometimes sophomores go through. I'm looking forward to see how he handles the Christian County athleticism, and Christian County under a new coach this year, so I'm not real sure how much their offense has changed from what they were running in the previous years, but Luke is where it starts with on offense.
And taking a look at last year's stats, Bob, you had Jack Stevens ran the ball 95 times. It wouldn't surprise me to see Luke get a lot of carries over the course of this season, a lot of speed.
Luke has a lot of speed, and I don't know until we see him in the pocket whether he runs well from the pocket or whether they'll sprint him out and let him throw. But Luke can tuck it and run, absolutely.
And taking a look at some of the preview, and want to tell everybody, in case you haven't seen it, stop by the radio station, stop by area businesses. The fall sports preview that WPKY put out, Todd Griffin and the crew did a great job on. A lot of information on that. You have stories not only about football, but you have both soccer teams. You have the golf team, volleyball team. So a free publication. Be sure to pick that up. But reading some of the things that Coach Barnes mentioned in that, it's going to be the lines on both sides of the football that carry the most experience. And it's one of those seasons where we know going in that we probably need to keep the score in the teens or low 20s till this team gets a little bit of experience offensively and gels a little bit.
Exactly. I think that the important thing that we've got to do is really have our offense on the field for much more minutes than the Christian County offense on the field. We're not sure whether we're further ahead on offense right now or further ahead on defense. But the thing that I'm excited about are those players in the backfield along with Luke Parker, and that's Demarius Thompson or D-Man. D-Man's as rightfully named. He is a man out there, and Logan Chambliss can catch the ball and run it occasionally, but Jameis Carnahan is the one that I've been hearing some great things about in the scrimmages. He runs hard. He ran hard last year, even though he didn't have a lot of yards. We don't return, but maybe 50 yards from last year's offensive running backs. Jameis having most of that, but he'll put his nose down. He'll get you the extra yards, and he just plays with a lot of heart.
And local TV station, I think, had him ranked 9th of the area football teams as far as the top players in our area. So a kid that we've got to watch and got to depend on a lot over the course of this season, and probably especially early. One of the things we're going to have new here on the Farmers Bank pregame show this season, we're going to let you know the past week's Power Line Play of the Week, and that's brought to you by C3 Electric Power Line Play of the Week. We're going to be telling about that on our pregame show. Todd's going to announce that after the ball game, but we're going to have the information also on the next week's broadcast as well. So we appreciate C3 Electric. They sell and service Generac generators, also do new construction, remodels, and much more. With over 25 years of experience, you can trust C3 Electric for quality service and installation. Bob, we're just about 20 minutes before we kick this one off on a great afternoon and night here for football. Temperature in the upper 70s to low 80s here at game time. Should be down near 70 by the time this one finishes up. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have our first visit to the field with Todd. So stay tuned as the Farmers Bank pregame show rolls on WPKY.
Learn about your heart health with a simple scan. The Cardiology Clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. Our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, offering coronary artery calcium testing, stress test, echocardiograms, sleep studies, and more, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Hutamaki brings you the big Workin' for Labor Day giant Yeti and stuff giveaway. This jam-packed prize will have you sitting back in style as you sip a chilled drink while your favorite meat sizzles on the grill. Valued at $575, winner will receive a Yeti cooler, Yeti cap, Zero Gravity Love Seat Lounger, 2 Camelback bottles, and a $100 gift certificate to Hampton Meats. Go to WPKYonline.com and click on contest to enter. Ends midnight August 25th. Winner announced August 26th.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
Good luck, Tigers. Have a great season from Treasures Remembered.
Welcome back to the Farmers Bank pregame show as we get set for the Tigers and Colonels here from the Stadium of Champions. Just about 18 minutes before kickoff here tonight. Want to tell you this is brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust Company, home of the Tiger Debit Card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. The officials on the field, I think they are having the coin toss right now, Bob. They do this before the game a little bit earlier, it seems like every week. And I'll let you tell about the fine folks that are bringing us the coin toss.
Thank you, Dennis. We don't yet know whether they flipped or if they have already flipped, but the coin toss is brought to us tonight by Farless Realty.
Your
Are you ready to
Bank
sell your
total
home?
checking account is now overflowing with benefits from the new Planters Perks checking. Get new benefits accessible instantly from the exclusive Planters Perks app. New ways to waive your monthly service charge. Valuable savings at area businesses. And you can keep your total current checking access and benefits. Just download the Planters Perks app to get started. Planters Perks. Reason number 53 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
And as I was saying, Farless Realty sponsoring our coin toss tonight. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They will work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family and your budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. Check out their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com.
16 and a half before we kick this one off. Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the field. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics, and they wish the Tigers a great season. And, Bob, I'll let you tell what you know about the injury report, then we throw it down to Todd, see if we'll have any last-minute updates before the game kicks off.
Okay, Dennis, as far as we know, right now, number 4, Landon Davis is out with a broken collarbone that's healing nicely, as I understand, but he'll be ready for next week, but he's out tonight. And then we had word that a couple of our players had suffered concussions in the preseason scrimmages, number 56, Brady Holman, and D-Man Thompson. Whether they have been cleared or not, we'll find out when we go down to the field with Todd. So we may be playing, obviously, with 3 of our starters, if that turns out to be the case, that Holman and Thompson do not play tonight, shorthanded a little bit.
And now we will take it down to the field for the first time tonight and talk to our buddy Todd Griffin. Take it away, Todd.
All right, Dennis, how you guys doing?
Doing great, man. I heard you got some new equipment down there, and you're hearing us in real time, so that ought to make it a lot easier on you.
Absolutely. It probably doesn't mean much to the people listening on the radio or watching on the stream, but before we were just a little second off there, about a half a second off, and I was afraid that was going to give me an aneurysm or something. So I'm glad we've got it in real time right now, and I can just stand here and talk with you guys.
Yeah, that's going to be great this season. We love having you down on the field. Todd, before you get started on what you and Gary want to talk about, do you have any updates on those injury reports we had?
No, I think all those kids will be back next week, though. With Brady Holman, I think he just needs a few more practices and pads before he's ready to go. But I think come next week we'll have everybody good to go from the Tiger standpoint.
All right, great to hear that. So you and Gary take it away. Good to see you down there, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, Dennis says good to see you.
I'm glad to be here. Welcome back to football 2022. We didn't come here in 2020, so this is our potentially last chance to play Christian County unless something changes with the consolidation. So I'm looking forward to a good matchup, especially since we had 2 hard scrimmages. Maybe this is a more evenly matched contest.
But we are familiar with the Stadium of Champions because we came over here 3 years in a row to see Hopkinsville.
Oh, yes, that worked out pretty well, and we're going to see them in 2 weeks, hopefully, with a nice new track enveloping the football surface. So I'm looking forward to this season. Got a lot of new faces, but the way I look at it, you got to start new every year, and we're 0-0, they're 0-0. Let's get a 1 win to start the season off right.
Well, I think if you ask anybody about this game, there's a lot of we don't knows going on. Christian County, if you ask them about Caldwell, well, we don't really know. If you ask Caldwell about Christian County, we don't really know. So who knows what we're going to see?
Oh, I don't either. We've got a new quarterback under center for the Tigers. We're going to have some new people in different places. We've got, people who were running backs are going to be receivers. And the defense, of course, we're going to have people, offensive and defensive line, going both ways more. So luckily it's not 95 degrees. So if we're going to have to go both ways, it's not like it was last year. I think it was a little hotter last year when we played Christian County during that COVID game.
One thing I do know is we have a new Hall of Famer who just walked up. Chris George joins us. Chris, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Todd. It was a shock when you text messaged me. I was like, what? Really? For real? So just excited. I guess we're a Hall of Fame stats crew now.
Well, and
caught up with you and Gary.
Well, and you guys dressed the same. How did that work out?
Great minds think alike.
All right. What do you know about the Tigers and the Colonels going into the 2022 season?
I know zero. I will give you a better assessment at halftime. I'm just happy that it's high school football time in Kentucky.
Well, I've been cheating a little bit because when people ask me, I say I think it's a toss-up because, we don't know a whole lot about Christian County. We don't know a whole lot about these Tigers because there's a lot of new guys that had to come in and step into new roles.
Yeah, I think it's, Christian County going into their last year as Christian County.
We think.
They've got to be playing for a lot, so this is always a tough place to play, but a great place to play. It's a great atmosphere. I hope the crowd gets a little bit better for both sides. Seem to be rolling in late. But I'm excited to see what the Tigers do. I don't know that it's been a long time since we've went into a season with this many unknowns.
But I think the Tigers are going to be okay. I think a lot of people saw those scrimmage results and maybe panicked a little bit, but the Owensboro Catholic scrimmage was a tough one out of the gate for the Tigers. And then Owensboro last week, those guys are so good. They're like a top 10 team, not in their class, but overall out of every class.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at some rankings today. They're a top 5 in their class. That's a legit state finals contender right there, and that's tough for a team that's trying to go out and learn some things. I don't think the Tiger faithful should be discouraged, and Owensboro Catholic seems to be getting back to the Owensboro Catholic of old. So I'm excited to see what these young guys do tonight and see what the coaches have planned for them.
Well, Chris is here, Gary is here. Dennis, back up to you and Bob.
All right, thank you, Todd, and congratulations, Chris, on that Hall of Fame nod. Look forward to Hall of Fame night at Tiger Stadium a little bit later in the season. 10 minutes and just about 10.5 minutes before we kick this one off. Looking forward to the Tigers and the Colonels tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back. We'll wrap up the last segment on the Farmers Bank pregame show here on WPKY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You Ride in Princeton just might buy your vehicle. They are always looking for quality inventory. So if you would like to sell yours, talk to the nice folks at You Ride. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, You Ride is here. They are hometown proud and here to deliver the same great customer service they always have. Stop by or call for an appointment with one of their sales specialists. Call 270-365-3018. On-the-lot financing is available. You can even apply online at YouRideSales.com. You Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, hometown proud.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for our Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Preston Burrell, Addie Vincent, and Lily Horde.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle, get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong, take a look at the latest livestock market reports, hear the latest edition of Traveling the Bluegrass, and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Welcome back to the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home for the Tiger debit card. That's the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Their team wants to wish the Tigers good luck this season and to let you know that they are there to support you. You can bank on it. 7.5 minutes before we kick this one off between the Tigers and the Colonels at the Stadium of Champions. Bob, a special night for Christian County, their last regular season home opener, if you will, as the Christian County Colonels. It looks like they will be part of the new Christian County or Hopkinsville Christian County Wolfpack next season if everything continues to go as planned. I know they've had a lot of trouble with the amount that the new school was going to cost, so they may put different classes at the current schools for a year. There's a lot still up in the air, but if everything stays on course, this is the last time the Tigers and Colonels will hook up.
Absolutely, Dennis, and you're right. Right now, with the cost of anything going sky high, I don't know how it slowed down the school building. My understanding is that these teams will merge next year, even though they still may be going back to their respective campuses. But that's one of the things that when you bring about a tremendous consolidation here in Christian County between the only 2 public high schools in the county, you've got some issues to work through.
And it looks like the students are coming out. They had a big cookout and a lot of games out front as we came in for the student body. A big turnout by those guys. They are down on the field tonight. Christian County came out in some different helmets and jerseys. I don't know if that's what they're going to wear for the game. They may have been practice jerseys, but just plain white helmets. I don't know what the Wolfpack colors are going to be, but maybe they're implementing those a little bit early, but that'll be a different look. Caldwell County also in new uniforms this year. I'll let you tell more about those, but they have a very classic look to them with the shoulder stripes and stripes down the pants, but you can describe those a little bit better than the colorblind guy.
The white, the road jerseys, which we will see tonight, will be white with blue and yellow piping around the shoulder pad area. Doesn't go completely around the uniform. Gold pants with a stripe down the pants, really classy looking uniforms. And the home uniforms, we probably will have the gold jersey and the white pants or blue pants combination there. We'll know that more in 3 weeks.
Just over 5 minutes before we kick this one off, we're going to take about a minute and a half break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the Purcell Tire kickoff and our prayer before the game. So stay tuned. This has been the Farmers Bank pregame show on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
The roof isn't just part of the house, it completes it. It makes you feel safe and secure, so it needs to be properly installed. The importance of having a high quality and well-maintained roof is what motivates Bluegrass Roofing to serve this area, using quality materials without excess cost. Bluegrass Roofing is a Master Elite GAF certified installer, fully licensed and insured. They thank you for voting them the best roofing company in Western Kentucky. For roofing and claim info, find them at bluegrassroofpros.com.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
It's a Friday tradition. The smell of popcorn is in the air. The WPKY sports crew is ready. Get on your feet, Tiger fans. It's kickoff time. Caldwell County Tiger football is on the air. Don't miss a moment of tonight's action. Listen live on the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on the air at 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Back to the Stadium of Champions as we get set for Caldwell County and Christian County. Just about 3.5 minutes away, 82 degrees, mostly sunny skies here, just a hint of a breeze, a perfect night in August for some football, Bob. We've seen much hotter, so this is going to be a great night. Always about this time of the pregame, we have our prayer for the players, and we'll start that right now. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night at the field. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible.
And further, Lord, we ask you to give comfort to the victims from Eastern Kentucky of the recent floods in that area. We ask you to give courage and sportsmanship to the players. We ask that you keep them safe from injury tonight. We ask that you give patience and understanding to the coaches, wisdom and knowledge to the game officials, and lastly, peace to us all. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Tonight's coin toss, which was brought to you earlier by Farless Realty, we found out that Christian County did, in fact, win the toss. Most of the times they will defer to the second half. We'll see if that's the case tonight as Caldwell County comes out onto the field. Just over 2 minutes to go before we kick this one off. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Purcell Tire. Let's kick off this season with a vehicle checkup with Purcell Tire in Princeton. Keep your vehicle running great so that you'll never be late for school, work, or the ball game with the help of Purcell Tire on Highway 62 West in Princeton. Color guard coming out on the field. We are almost ready for the national anthem. And shortly afterwards, we'll have kickoff between the Tigers and Colonels.
Welcome, Josh Owens.
And we'll pause now for tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And a great rendition of the national anthem tonight. We always like it, Bob, when they have somebody live doing those, whether it be football or basketball. And the young man did a great job tonight here at the Stadium of Champions with the national anthem.
He did a wonderful job, and I'm always more excited if I can hear some drum roll during the national anthem. But the young man performed beautifully tonight.
We are here. It's a beautiful afternoon and early evening for football as we get ready for this one. Crowd's a little bit small on both sides right now, Bob. You've got a big student body contingent down on the field for Christian County as this is their last home opener. So a long line from the end zone, just past the end zone out to almost the 30-yard line, waiting on the Colonels to come out on that side. Caldwell County on the far side in the white jerseys, gold pants, as they take their place on the sidelines. What do you expect out of the first series or two from Caldwell County, Bob? One has got to be a key, I guess, is taking care of the football since you have so many new players on that offensive side.
I would think, Dennis, Janus Carnahan might get an early carry or two, and I think they may get Luke an early throw or two to get those butterflies out of his system, because everybody, regardless of how much experience you have, that start of the game is always a lot of butterflies, and it may be that both teams feel each other out the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, and we'll see how that materializes. But I think we'll go after them with a solid run game and maybe a couple, 3 passes to see where maybe weakness may occur with Christian County.
If you put yourself in Luke Parker's shoes, I'm sure everything is going about 3 times as fast as it really is down on the field, and he'll get used to that after the first couple of plays, I'm sure, and settle right into the ball game. Personally, I'm expecting big things out of Luke. I know the coaching staff is probably excited about the fact that they're going to have a kid for 3 years, and they're going to take their bumps maybe tonight, maybe the first few games, but I think overall they see down the road this kid's going to be special at quarterback.
Looking at Luke warming up in practice tonight, he was throwing the ball just really well, Dennis, throwing it with a lot of confidence, getting it into where his receiver could make the catch, and so yes, I'm extremely excited. We've got him for 3 years.
Absolutely, and this is not the only big game around as football kicks off this weekend here in the state of Kentucky. On Thursday night, Butler County defeated Russellville 34-13, but tonight you have Hopkinsville on the road to Louisville Ballard. That'll be a good game. Owensboro Catholic taking on Apollo. You have Mayfield against Graves County tonight at Graves County. Webster County at Hopkins Central, Union County at Madisonville. That'll be a good one. Ballard at Marshall, Crittenden County at Murray. That would be an interesting game as well. And then Owensboro at St. X. That'll be a tough game for those 2 squads, both of them highly ranked. And lastly, Todd Central at Trigg County. So some good games on tap tonight all around the area, and we'll try to get you some of those scores at halftime and in the post-game show.
One of the things I saw this afternoon reading up on some of the state-ranked teams, St. X is ranked number 1 in Kentucky at the present time. So we'll see how strong they are and how that game turns out. And Dennis, before it gets too late here, we want to remind the people that we are live streaming, and you can tune us in at WPKYonline.com. Enjoy the football game. We're in a beautiful location, high enough to where you may think that you're watching ESPN instead of just Princeton WPKY or your Sports Edge. So we invite you to get around the easy chair and watch some football for the next 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah, mostly John lugged the equipment up 78 steps tonight, so we made the hall up here, and it's a great view for us. But the getting here took some effort, so we prepare for that every year with a little preseason workout before we know Christian County's coming up.
Yeah, we had to give John a little shock treatment to the heart, but he's ready to go, revved up, and we couldn't do this without John.
Hey,
Absolutely
guys.
not. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, I was just going to say the rumor is that when they do some work over here, they're going to put an elevator in for you guys in the press box, so you don't have to make that step up all those steps anymore.
That would be awesome.
I think John is going to be their first contributor.
Yeah, he'll donate.
Yeah, he'll come over and try it out. He'll be the test person to see if it'll go up and down. And players out on the field. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY Princeton.
And Caldwell County will kick off, Dennis. So Christian County, I guess, won the toss and elected to receive. We understood they won the toss, so obviously, apparently, they are receiving here.
Doing the kickoff duties, I think that is Timothy Nichols. He is a junior, 6 foot, 142 pounds, takes over that role this season, and big things from him coming up. Christian County, Bob, I'll let you tell the color. We're trying to decide, is it black, is it gray with white helmets? Todd, you can chime in if you have an opinion on the color of those jerseys, but not what you expected from Christian County.
I don't see any blue in those jerseys, and you're right, the helmet is just plain white. And they're not respecting the kicker. The deep man is on the 15-yard line.
Nichols puts it in play, and we are underway in the 2022 season, fielded at the 18-yard line on the far side, back to the middle, breaks a tackle across the 30 and brought down at the 33, 34-yard line. So Christian County will take over with fairly decent field position. Bob, they'll bring out Jordan Miles at quarterback, a junior. Had a pretty successful season last year, a threat to both run and throw the football. Caldwell County is going to have to be ready. And it's rare that we have our quarterback playing both ways, but this season, Coach Barnes said he had to put his best players on the field, so Parker in at free safety.
And we can try to see, we see Jacob Chambliss on this side as a cornerback, number 28 on this side, the outside linebacker, Gus Fox.
Christian County lines up, split receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Miles drops back, complete at the 44-yard line, brought down immediately by Caldwell County. Good gain on first down by Christian County. Just underway here at the Stadium of Champions. No score in this one. Second down and short coming up for the Colonels from their own 43-yard line. I formation by Christian County. Keeper by Miles, gets it to the outside, puts it back up the middle across midfield and down in Caldwell County territory at the 42-yard line. So first down for Christian County.
Pickup of 16 yards on that play on the ground.
In the backfield is number 2, and Bob, do you have a number 2 on the Christian County roster anywhere? Because
number 2 is
Josiah Jenkins, a junior running back. You got to be looking out for a name that we all know in Caldwell County. Jay Sean Riley had a productive season for Christian County last year. They have him listed as number 11. Do you?
He's still number 11 according to.
And he is. He's in the slot on the right side. So we'll keep an eye on Jay Sean Riley, former Caldwell County Tiger and now a Christian County Colonel.
Some slow down and play here, Dennis. I'm not sure whether the school board's having some issues or what.
They stopped the clock with 11-12 to go in the first quarter. Now they kick that off. And Christian County comes out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Miles drops back, has some pressure, rolls, throws incomplete at the 35-yard line. Good pressure by Caldwell County. Caldwell County able to get in the backfield and cause Jordan Miles to have to roll to his left, threw back across his body and ended up coming up short. So it'll be second down and 10 for the Colonels.
And Miles had plenty of open territory. He could have run the ball for 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Chose not to.
Caldwell County has to respect the speed. Now Miles rolls right, throws complete at the 40, hit and brought down. Shy of a first down, but another completion for Jordan Miles. This one is
to Jay Sean, I believe.
Marked out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Pickup of 8 yards on the play.
Third down and 2 coming up for the Colonels. Caldwell County on that far sideline in coverage. Looks like Cooper Mobley. Snap is back, run up the middle. It's going to be close to a first down. That was number 2, Josiah Jenkins, the junior running back for Christian County.
We're going to mark it maybe at the.
Bob, it looks like it's just a hair short.
Yeah, at the 33. Pickup of only 1 yard on the play.
Looks like Christian County is going to keep the offense on the field. 10:23 left in the first quarter. No score. Christian County taking the first gamble of the game, going forward on 4th and 1. Actually, it's 4th and a little bit less than a yard. Extra blocking back in the backfield. Handoff hit, and we'll see if he'll give him the roll.
It's close.
It's going to be close. Looked like his knee came down, but he got a little bit of a roll, and I think they're going to get enough for it, and it is a first down being signaled for Christian County, but not by much, Bob.
Needed one, and that's barely all he got.
It's one of those, if you had instant replay, you may want to check that one. Snap is back, it's high, pulled down, hit in the backfield, gets away, but coming in to finish it up was Mobley, our first flag on the field.
Leighton Wall broke through there and hit him first, but couldn't bring him down.
And a flag thrown right in the middle. You usually expect holding in this area. We're going to see what the call is on this one. They're going to mark it off against Caldwell County. Face mask against the Tigers.
Ball marked at the 27.
20, yeah, we'll call it the 27-yard line.
Going to be 1st and 5 for second and 5.
Officials conferring in the backfield. Everybody's first game, so everybody's getting back in the swing of things, but Christian County on a pretty impressive drive. Here's they are into Caldwell County territory at the 27-yard line.
And they are going to move the down back to first down. 1st and 5 for Christian County.
An official still explaining something to the Christian County bench. Todd, there seems to be a little confusion. Do you have anything going on that you know of? I know Coach Barnes is out on the field now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Dennis. We're talking to Coach Barnes right now, trying to maybe there's a problem with the play clocks. Yeah, I think it's a play clock issue, so we might see the back judge raise his hand when he gets down to 5 seconds.
Everybody's getting the kinks worked out here on the first game, even the people running the clock tonight. A little bit of problem here. Christian County is sending 3 receivers to the right. They'll hand off in the backfield, hit and brought down. Number 20 for Caldwell County in the backfield, and that is Jameis Carnahan.
And loss of
1, it looks like, on the play, back to the 28. Well, really, Bob, we can put that at the 29 if you want for your stats. A loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, let's do that. Making it 2nd and 7.
Good penetration, Jameis Carnahan. That's one of the players to watch for Caldwell County. In coverage for Caldwell County deep is Luke Parker. 2 receivers left and right. Miles throws, little slant, complete inside the 25, brought down inside the 20. Big pickup and enough for a first down for Christian County. See where they'll spot this one. Looks like, Bob, about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Colonels with 8:54 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Christian County threatening. It's Jordan Miles at quarterback. He has number 2, Josiah Jenkins. Jenkins gets the handoff, finds a hole on the right side, hit and brought down at the 15-yard line. In on the tackle for Caldwell County is Cooper Mobley, a good-sized freshman, 6 foot, 205.
And looks like number 66 in on that play too, Connor King. Ball marked at the
15-yard line.
Pick up of 3 yards on the play, makes it 2nd and 7.
Very impressive drive for Christian County. They started on, was it their 35 that this started on, Bob, I think?
They did.
Handoff in the backfield and brought down. Good coverage by Caldwell County. That was Jenkins on the carry, but number 10, Jack Roach, and a couple of other Tigers getting up out of the pile.
No gain. They're marking it at the 15.
Back at the 15. Very good coverage as Christian County tried to get to the outside.
3rd and 7 for the Colonels.
Jenkins had a good hole on that right side, but it closed up quickly. 3rd and 7. Blocking back in beside the quarterback, Miles, and whistles blow. Looks like it's probably a legal motion by Christian County, and it is. That'll mark them back 5 yards. 3rd and 12 from the Caldwell County 20-yard line.
The Christian County quarterback, Dennis, is 3 out of 4 in this drive.
Miles, a junior, he's had good luck this season. Rolls to his left, looks down the field, in and out of the hands of a receiver at the 5-yard line. Intended for number 13, and they do not put their numbers in order on the roster.
13 is Jermaine Dove.
Jermaine Dove had to jump for it. It was a catchable ball, but unable to come down with it. Now a flag on this side of the field. There was a little chatter between Dove and the defender for Caldwell County after the play. But the flag thrown at the 14-yard line on the near sideline. Christian County going right to left here on their opening drive. Caldwell County yet to have the offense on the field. And they're waving the flag off. Just talking to the players involved. It was number 13, Dove, and I think number 2, Chambliss.
You're going to bring up 4th and 12 for Christian County.
Kicker was warming up on the sideline, but as of yet hasn't taken the field. 7:13 on the clock, stopped right now. We'll see if Christian County goes for it. It'll be a big gamble. Caldwell County has really stiffened here after Christian County got in the red zone. So County keeps the offense on the field. Miles at quarterback. Jenkins behind him. Miles drops back. Little hold on the far side. Didn't get picked up. Throw into the end zone is incomplete. He had it for a second. And Caldwell County's Carnahan and Parker converged along with Chambliss. Knocked it loose. So Caldwell County's defense steps up. Flag on the far sideline. I thought there was a hold on the line, and it is a hold. Caldwell County will decline that penalty. And, Bob, you know it's a blatant hold if we pick that up easily from this far away. So Caldwell County will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line for their first possession of the season. It's going to bring out Luke Parker, the new starting quarterback for Caldwell County this season. He'll take over with 7:06 left on the first quarter clock. Spread wide to this side is Logan Chambliss.
And when you say spread, he's 25 yards from the right tackle.
Yeah, he's almost a Canadian football field all the way out to this side. I think far side, you've got number 88, Xavier Bumpus. That's one of the receivers that Coach Barnes has really bragged about having great hands and coming down with a lot of catches in practice and looking good in the scrimmages. In the backfield, looks like Carnahan. Can you tell if that's 20? And it does look like 20.
Yes, I'm looking through a dirty window here, Dennis.
Yeah, not a lot of preseason on the upkeep on the windows.
And another delay by the officials coming across to talk to the Christian County coach. We're not sure what all that may be about.
I thought they were wondering maybe if they could question whether that was a catch, but he lost the ball on a good hit by Caldwell County's trio back there on defense.
He definitely had to catch and then was separated from the football when he got hit.
Yeah, guys, they're still talking about the play clock. There's an issue with that, and I'm not sure if they're going to keep it on the field or what, but we'll watch the back judge if the clock runs down.
Caldwell County puts Carnahan in motion. Parker, quick hit to the side. Bumpus with the reception, makes a little curl move. Flag on the field, and Bumpus gets out of bounds across the 30. It'll be enough for a first down if the penalty is not against Caldwell County.
Nice throw and a nice catch that time. Xavier caught that ball in traffic. Made a nice spin move to get another 5 or 6 yards upfield, but it looks like it's coming back.
That's going to be a block in the back, guys, out on the edge. Really close on that one, but the official in the back saw that and threw the flag.
So, Bob, you had it pegged. They were going to let Luke Parker come out, get a little taste early, throwing the ball, trying to quiet those nerves. That penalty is going to take Caldwell County back to their own 14-yard line, it looks like. Parker takes a snap, hands off to Carnahan. Carnahan hit at the line and thrown for a loss. Looks like it'll be back to about the 12-yard line. Let's mark it at the 13. Second down and long for Caldwell County as we near the 6.5-minute mark to go in the first quarter. No score in this one from the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County in the white jerseys, gold pants. They are hitting left to right here in the first quarter. 2nd and 17 on the clock. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Parker calls the snap. Looks up the field. Little dump-off pass complete at the 15-yard line and taken out of bounds. We'll see if the completion was to out to about the 23. And, Bob, I could not tell who that was thrown to.
Could not make that either.
Officials stopping the clock again.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Caldwell.
An injured player on the field for Christian County. They'll take a look at him. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. No score from the Stadium of Champions.
It's an excellent time to purchase a new set of tires and take advantage of the new mail-in rebates of up to $200 on selected tires. Good tread depth and the correct air pressure in your tires can lead to improved fuel economy, increased handling and safety, more responsive braking, and a smoother ride. All things that make for a great summer road trip. Trice Hughes in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions. The young man injured for Christian County is now being helped off the field. And we're trying to see if we can get that number. Oh, he's jogging off the field, so apparently just having the wind knocked out of him. Crucial down coming up here for the Tigers, 3rd and 7. And so far, Luke's thrown the ball twice. One was nullified by the penalty. He's thrown the ball nicely in his first 2 attempts.
So you'd like to see Caldwell County go ahead and get this first down. 3rd down and 7. Parker in the backfield with Carnahan. 2 receivers to the left. Carnahan in motion. Parker looks. Dump-off pass thrown behind. Carnahan catches it but hits the ground. See if they call that complete. If it is, it's going to be a loss back to the 16-yard line.
Can we not stretch the field?
They're going to call it a catch.
So 4th down coming up for the Tigers. They'll have to kick this one away. And is Parker also the punter? Looking that way.
I believe it is Luke in punt formation. And maybe that brings another added dimension arsenal-wise.
Wide on coverage is going to be Kenyon Richardson on this side. Just very hard to see that far side of the field at the angle we're at. Looks like maybe number 3 is at Mobley. So Parker set to put it down the field. Kick is away. Decent kick fielded. Fair catch called at the 47-yard line by Christian County. So they will start their second possession of the night in Caldwell County territory with 4:52 left to go in the first quarter. Bob, we think this is kind of going by the storyline. Caldwell County's got new players on offense. They're having a little bit of trouble like they did in the preseason moving the football, and we knew the defense was really going to have to stand up. They made a big stand on that first possession. Going to have to step up here as Christian County will take over in Caldwell territory.
So it's one good thing. It's not a really humid night here, so that they go both ways. They maybe won't tire as quickly.
Trip set for Miles to the right. He rolls to the right, looks down the field, lets it go. Ball up, and he turns complete inside the 10. That was number 5, Bob, on yours. It's Prince Northington, the second. Junior wide receiver.
Yeah.
Made a good move, came back to the football. And a big first down all the way down to the 6 where it's 1st and goal for Christian County.
Nice throw that time. It had a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, but we had two decent coverage guys, but they turned wrong, I think, to watch the ball.
Miles takes a high snap, goes left behind some blockers inside the 5. Ball loose. Picked up by Christian County now. Still a scrum for it. Caldwell County is pointing as we recovered the fumble. We'll see after they unpile everybody. No signal yet from the officials.
Got to be our ball. Got to be our ball.
And Caldwell County running off like they have recovered the fumble. And Caldwell County will have it. Looks like at the 5-yard line. So a big play by Caldwell County, stripping the ball from Jordan Miles. And Parker will bring the offense back out. Todd, did you get a number on the fumble recovery?
We think number 3 got it.
All right, we'll go with number 3, and that is Cooper Mobley with a big fumble recovery. Caldwell County's Parker at the door of the end zone. Handoff to Carnahan, tripped up. Had a hole on that left side, it looked like, but tripped up in the backfield. He'll lose about a yard, maybe 2. And they're going to put it back at the 3-yard line. 2nd down and 12 coming up. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score. Christian County has had a couple of opportunities early in this one, but Caldwell County's defense has really stood up early. Coming up with the turnover just a couple of minutes ago. Extra blockers on the line, extra tight end. Parker, Christian County brings the blitz. Carnahan finds a hole, gets to the outside, brought down around the 8-yard line. Christian County brought the blitz. Caldwell County was able to block it. Carnahan found a hole on that right side.
Give him out to the 7, I think, Dennis. No, they're going to give him to the 8.
Still 3rd down and long coming up. Caldwell County has to get to the 15.
3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
This will be a sideline warning, guys.
Sideline warning by the officials.
Coach Will Barnes not really happy about that. Been some discussion going on about a couple of things down on this sideline, and we have a sideline warning.
All right. Caldwell County is going to bring Richardson into the slot. Kenyon Richardson, number 9. Whistles blow, and they're going to call it a timeout for Caldwell County. They want to talk this one over. 2:57 left in the first quarter. No score. Back after this.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
And welcome back to Stadium of Champions. We're still in the timeout. Crucial 3rd down, 8 coming up for the Tigers. Christian County has moved it down the field twice on the opening drive, and then on the last drive where we punted on their first play, they ripped off a big 42-yard pass play on that. But on the very next play, they fumble. We recover at the 5-yard line, and we're just trying to punch it out and not make any mistakes down deep in our own territory.
Bob, on the far side, it looks like Caldwell County is going to come out with Bumpus and with Richardson.
70 years. You'll find
near side,
offices
Carnahan
in
and
Princeton
Chambliss.
Katy. They're your local
will
and
try to pick up that back in the backfield next to Parker. Luke standing near his goal line, puts Bumpus in motion. Snap is back to Parker, drops back in the end zone. Has to get rid of it, a lot of pressure. He gets out of the end zone, gets hit, stays on his feet. Now he's going to go up the sideline across the 20, knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line. Great tight wire walking by Luke Parker.
No flags, Dennis, so that play's going to hold up.
That is our first Lake Barkley CrossFit first down of the season.
Marked at the 20.
Looked like he got to about the 27.
Yeah.
You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. Lake Barkley CrossFit, where the athletes train. And Bob, a great job by Luke Parker to avoid 3 tacklers, stay in bounds.
I think he actually got hit by a couple of those 3, but just would not go down.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Carnahan with the handoff tries to get around. He's going to be thrown down in the backfield. Really hard to contain the speed of the line of Christian County, as the loss is going to be back to the 21-yard line.
Loss of 7 yards on that play.
2:20 left in the first quarter. Actually, they spotted that at the 22, so second down and 14 coming up. It's going to be Bumpus and Richardson far side. Chambliss Carnahan on the near side. Parker takes it. Looks, he's going to have some pressure, shakes a couple of tacklers, still scrambling in the backfield, thrown down, big loss back at the 12-yard line. Excuse me, that is Carnahan in the backfield. Out wide for Caldwell County was Chambliss, and number 18 is Channing Puckett. No, excuse me, number 28 is Gus Fox.
On the line! On the line!
So Caldwell County, couple of losses to start this drive. Third down and 27 coming up with 1:25 left in the first quarter. Carnahan in the backfield, 2 receivers each way for Caldwell County. Parker looks to the sideline. So maybe changing the call. Play clock being held by the officials on the field. Parker takes a snap, drops back, scrambles over to his left, throws, deflected up in the air and out of bounds. So not a very productive series by Caldwell County as they face now 4th and 27. Under a minute to play in the first quarter as the clock is stopped on the incompletion. Caldwell County will bring out the punt unit. Last time Parker got away a pretty good kick, Bob, of in the neighborhood 35, 40 yards.
We need one this time again, and he ran around as an Australian-type rugby kicker.
Whistles blow as Caldwell County tried to quick snap it. Little delay out on the field now. We'll see what the official call was. And looking down to the white hat. Penalty is against Christian County. But not enough to warrant a first down. Still going to be 4th down and very long for the Tigers. They would have to get to their own 38-yard line, so not going to try it this deep. Parker again back in punt formation. Snap is back. It's a good snap. Rolls to his right. Puts it up. Shorter kick this time. High. Bounces at the 44. A little bit of a Caldwell County bounce as Christian County will take over again. About the same place that the last punt ended up at the 48-yard line. So the Tiger defense comes back out on the field. We'll have to hold Christian County scoreless for 45 seconds to have this first quarter end 0-0. But the defense has played well so far, Bob. That long pass play, the only thing Christian County has really done spectacular. And that was pretty good coverage, just the defender turned around wrong at the last second.
And the ball was right there on the money, too. That was the other thing that went well for Christian on that play.
Well, we'll try to get some of these lineman numbers for Caldwell County. I think number 64 is one Maurice Seals. We haven't mentioned his name yet. New starter on defense for Caldwell County. Miles with protection, drops back, now sees a hole, runs across the 40, across the 35, and brought down at the 34-yard line. On the tackle for Caldwell County looked like Mobley. So 34-yard line is enough for a first down for the Colonels. Jordan Miles back out of the shotgun. He's going to send 3 receivers to his right, lone receiver to the near side. Miles with the handoff to Jenkins. Jenkins hits the line, picks up about 2, maybe 3. And that may be the last play of the first quarter. Ball is spotted. Referee signaling to start the clock, and they finally do. We'll see if Christian County wants to try to run another play or just come to the sideline, and it looks like they are going to let the clock run out on the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, no score here at the Stadium of Champions. We'll take a break and be back for quarter number 2 after this on WPKY.
For a delicious meal, try Kay's Kitchen in Princeton. They have great home cooking, just like Mom and Grandma used to do. Enjoy cook-to-order breakfast every day, all day. Daily lunch specials include favorites like open-faced roast beef, grilled chicken tenderloins, country fried steak, smoked pork chops, and catfish and shrimp on Fridays. All your favorite veggies, too. And don't forget Kay's homemade desserts. Open Monday through Thursday, 5 to 2, Friday, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday 5:30 to 11. Kay's Kitchen, 501 North Jefferson Street, Princeton, 1 block from the courthouse.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions. The second quarter, as well as the first quarter, have been brought to us by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique has been under the ownership and management of Pam and Haverlock for the past 3 years. Beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. They're also your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
Christian County switches ends. They will be going left to right here in the second quarter. No score, but Christian County has had great field position all night, Bob. We're putting a lot on the shoulders of that Tiger defense to keep them out of the end zone. So far, so good. Christian County from their own 32, second down and 5. Miles Jordan drops back, has some pressure, gets hit, breaks 1 tackle, gets back to the 30-yard line. Actually made something out of nothing on that one.
Was hit in the backfield, but was able to squirm forward for a 1-yard gain.
Just underway here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 6 now coming up for Christian County. Caldwell County has coverage on the near side. Kenyon Richardson. Still Jenkins in the backfield. Christian County has mostly ran a 1-back set tonight. Rolling right, Miles throws in and out of the hands of Jay-Sean Riley. Former Caldwell County player had decent coverage on him, but Jordan is putting a lot of these footballs right on spot for his receivers.
And again, another 4th down situation for Christian County. They've succeeded on 1 tonight.
So Miles will come back out of the gun. Jenkins still in the backfield with him. Rolling, looking down the field, into the end zone. The throw goes. Touchdown, Christian County. Jay-Sean Riley made up for dropping that last one, as Miles puts this one right on target. And Christian County on the board first, 6-0. Little pass from Miles to Riley. And Bob, that was just well placed right in the corner. And Jay-Sean had a couple of steps on the nearest defender.
Beautifully thrown ball and an over-the-shoulder catch that you expect an excellent receiver to make. So Christian County will try the extra point attempt. Snap is back. It's a good one. Kick is up and hits the goal post. No good. 11:08 left in the first half. Christian County on the board first. Colonel 6, Tigers nothing. Back after this.
Hello, I'm Jason Rick, Community President, First Southern National Bank. When First Southern National Bank says we believe in you, it means we also believe certain things about you. We believe that you want to live a life of margin, where you can balance spending, saving, and giving. We believe that you want to make wise financial decisions to enable that kind of living. Because we believe in you, we are here for you every step of the way. Visit fsmb.net to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The WPKY News Edge is committed to keep you informed. Each weekday, they'll email you the top news and sports story of the day for free. No subscription fee. To sign up, click on the news tab at WPKYonline.com to sign up today. Sign up and receive these information updates for free to your email inbox. To sign up, click on the news tab at WPKYonline.com.
Back to the Stadium of Champions, Christian County lining up to kick off. Caldwell County maybe hoping to gain some excellent field position, Dennis, on this kickoff so that we can maneuver a little bit more except being in the shadow of our goal line, which we've been all night long.
Back deep for Caldwell County. They've got a couple inside the 20. One of those kids is number 2, and that is Logan Chambliss.
I think
it's Xavier Bumpus on the far side. Stay tuned at halftime for the halftime report with Todd down on the field. A lot of things coming up for our listeners here tonight in our first game of the season. Kick is away. Short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 23-yard line. That's Chambliss, finds a hole on the far sideline, up across the 40, brought down at the 42. Good return by Logan Chambliss. And I don't know if Jacob is his first name, Bob, but on the football roster, that's how it's listed, and I've got to cross that out before I call him Jacob.
Well, it may be Jacob Logan or Logan Jacob. We don't know, but it's definitely Logan to us.
Hey, guys, it's Logan. I think we just made a mistake on the roster.
Oh, I thought that may have been his
Sometimes,
first or middle name.
Different people from different family members confused, and it's definitely Logan.
Okay, Logan.
At the 41-yard line, too. We haven't been this far upfield the whole night.
So Caldwell County will take over. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Carnahan in the backfield. Bobbles the handoff on the ground. And we'll see who got it. Christian County pointing their way.
Yeah, I think the Colonels have this one, guys.
That one muffed from the handoff. Carnahan just could never recover. Tried to fall on it, but the turnover is going to give Christian County great field position once again. Just one of those bad handoffs, and Christian County capitalizes. They'll take over at the Tiger 42-yard line. Just under 11 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0 Christian County in this one. They'll bring Jordan back out at quarterback. Jenkins in the backfield with him. Jordan Miles, excuse me. Miles has some company in the backfield this time. One of the rare times Christian County has put that many in the backfield. Miles scrambles to his right. He's got some pressure, hits the 40 and slides at the 38-yard line. So Miles didn't see anything down the field. Nice coverage by Richardson and by Parker down the field. So ball spotted at the 38-yard line on the scramble by Miles. Christian County looks to the sideline for their play. 6-0 Colonels. Former Princetonian Jay Sean Riley with the touchdown reception on the last series by Christian County. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jenkins, the tailback. Miles drops back, gets some pressure, slips, ball hits the ground and comes out. I think they're going to say his knee was down first at the 48-yard line. Looks like Miles wanted to run, slipped, and hit the knee on the ground. Then the ball came out.
Dennis, you talked about Jay Sean there for a minute. If people remember, Jay Sean Riley was part of that undefeated middle school basketball team a few years back at Caldwell County Middle School that went like 23, 24-0 one year. And, he played a little bit for the Caldwell County High School varsity team as a middle schooler in basketball, but just didn't work out, and he ended up over here with his mom at Christian County.
Yeah, it's one we would love to get back in the blue and gold for sure.
3rd and 16 for Christian County. Obviously a passing down for them.
They go out again, both too wide. Throw over the middle. Riley goes up, gets a hand on it, but drops. Incomplete. Want to let everybody know that our field reports with Todd are brought to you by Go Green Lawn Care. We appreciate those guys at Go Green Lawn Care. That's a group that I'm looking forward to being able to use, Bob, after we get the house built and a new yard sowed. May have Go Green over there doing a lot of the work.
Going to be a lot of yard work going on out there.
I'm looking so forward to it. 4th down, punt formation. Miles, also the punter, has some pressure, almost blocked, gets the kick away, and goes out of bounds. It didn't even make the 30-yard line, I don't think. And referee now walking it back up. We'll see where he stops. From our vantage point, now he's got it about right. 32-yard line is where Caldwell County will take over with 9:07 left to go in the first half. 6-0 Christian County early in this one.
Hey, guys, we're getting some very light rain showers down here right now. It's clouded up. It actually feels pretty good, but, you know, it's not raining hard enough to much more than get anything wet, but we do have just some light rain in the area.
We thought the wind was kind of kicking up, blowing some papers around in the booth, but not raining hard enough to be able to see, but thank you for that, Todd. Caldwell County will have Parker out of the shotgun. Carnahan in the backfield with him. Blocking back is going to be number 28 for Caldwell County, and that is Gus Fox. Caldwell County, a compact formation. A little reverse coming up. It's Chambliss at the 32, and he's going to be hit. That one strung out well by Christian County. No gain for the Tigers. Bob, it's kind of followed script up to this point. The defense has played extremely well. Offense having a little bit of trouble moving the football.
Dennis, I'm trying to get a handle on who's the center, because Brady Holman usually is the center. And not tonight because of the concussion thing. I'm not sure. I can't get that number of the center.
Is it Burrell?
He's the most likely person to do the snapping.
And I think we got another sideline warning this time on Christian County. What's Burrell's number? I think it's 60.
Yeah, that is Preston Burrell, guys.
Preston Burrell, okay. So Burrell under center. 2 receivers each way for Caldwell County. Carnahan goes out of the receiver, also gets the swing pass in and out of his hands at the 32. May have heard 3 Colonels coming his way. Had that been complete, it wasn't going to be much of a gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Caldwell County. Clock stops with 8:20 to go on the incompletion. Richardson will come out, be one of the receivers to the left side along with Bumpus. Gus Fox comes up to the line. Now they're going to move Richardson to the far side. And another timeout called by Caldwell County. We'll keep it right here and tell you about our timeouts this season. They are brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers, and here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete.
Hey, Dennis, I think the team was just having a little trouble getting lined up there. We've had that issue a couple of times here in the first half, but does this game remind you a little bit of the 11-6 game over here a few years ago?
Yeah, it's not got a lot of pace to it right now. You got to take your hat off to our defense to this point, only giving up 6 points, considering the field position that Christian County has had most of the night. I think their worst starting field position was the 35, Bob. Is that right? On the opening drive?
On the opening kickoff, they took over at their 35.
Luke Parker out of the gun. Carnahan to his right shoulder. Rolls right. He's got some pressure. Still rolling. Looks down the field. Throws low, incomplete at the 40. And an injured player for Christian County at the 38-yard line. We'll have the training staff come out for the Colonels. 8:12 left to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break and be back. 6-0 Colonels back after this.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
And back to the Stadium of Champions. Christian County training staff still looking at one of their injured players at the 38-yard line.
Hey, Dennis, the trainer out here now for Christian County is actually Mike Long, who was at Caldwell County for several years, and got to talk to him a little bit before the game. You know, he's still pulling for the Tigers, but he's on the other sideline now, and actually he's going to be in charge of the trainers when they have the new school over here.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him as I made the second trip down the 78 steps for the fan tonight, and just a joy to see. He's one of the best, if not the best, trainers in all of Western Kentucky.
Yeah, hated to see him go.
Christian County's player is up and about. Looks like, is it number 30, 34, Bob? Do you have a 34?
34 is.
But able to walk off the field.
I don't have a 34. Yes, I do. It's Lamarius Hawkins.
On the plus side, whatever rain we were getting has moved on, and now it's just a nice breeze out here.
Yeah, you can tell the breeze is picked up coming through the booth up here. Fox in motion. Parker takes it. The punt is up and fielded on a very dangerous play to be fielding, because Kenyon Richardson was literally right on the shoulder pad of the kid receiving for Christian County, somehow able to pull down the catch, and it's spotted at their own 41-yard line. So again, good field position for Christian County with 8:05 to play in the first half.
I might have spoke too soon about that rain. I feel a few drops again.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much in the forecast, maybe just little scattered showers tonight.
Mark at the 41, Dennis.
41-yard line is where the Colonels will take over 1st and 10. Jordan Miles and Jenkins, the quarterback running back duo tonight. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Christian County. Colonels lead 6-0 in this one. Handoff to Jenkins, hits the line, bounces to the other side, picks up about 4 on the play to the 45-yard line. Kid's got some quick feet. He hit the line and just bounced. Went end to end and was able to make 4 yards out of the play when Caldwell looked like they had it shut down.
So far, Dennis, Caldwell County not doing much offensively. I have us for basically a net total of 11 yards so far in the game.
Hand off to Jenkins again, middle of the line. Minimal gain, maybe a yard on the play.
Marked at the 46, pick up of 1 yard.
So 3rd down coming up for the Colonels.
Christian County really looks impressive up front, guys. The Caldwell County defensive front's been doing a pretty good job of disrupting the Christian County run game so far.
Yeah, size-wise, it's got to be advantage Christian County just looking at these kids, but Caldwell County has done a great job so far. Miles will take the snap at his 40, whistles blow. Not the cleanest of games so far, but not any surprise really, being the first game of the season.
Call start on Colonels.
Caldwell County was blitzing on that particular play. Ball marked back.
Yeah, Christian County a little bit jumpy trying to cover that blitz.
Ball should be marked at the 41.
So back to 3rd and 10 now for Christian County as they're back where this drive started. Clock stopped on the penalty at 7:02. They'll roll it. Miles takes the snap high, rolls. He's got some pressure in the backfield. He's going to come down. Jameis Carnahan found the lane.
But they've thrown a flag maybe against Jameis. I'm not real sure. There's a flag on the play.
Not sure. I thought maybe there was a hold over there, so I think Caldwell's going to decline this.
Okay,
and,
good.
It'll be a punt time for Christian County.
They do. And it is going to be a hold against the Colonels. That'll absolutely be declined, putting them in the 4th down situation.
27-yard line, Dennis?
It does look like, yes, sir, the 27-yard line where they'll spot this one.
14-yard loss on the play.
Back is going to be Chambliss and Bumpus. They're both spotted at the Caldwell 45. Low snap picked up, and it's a low kick. Bounces just at the 49, and Christian County will down it at the 45-yard line of Caldwell County. So some of the best field position Caldwell County has had tonight to start a drive.
The best.
And Parker will come out still 6.5 minutes, Bob, and 6-0 is the score. Christian County ahead. Ball spotted at the now 46-yard line.
This would be a good time for the Tigers to find some offense, guys, because get on the scoreboard here and then get the ball to start the second half. Chance to maybe swing possessions and swing this game.
Some points here would be big just to get something, or some first downs just to keep the ball, because that defense, I started to say, has been on the field a lot tonight. You want to see, if not a touchdown, you want to see at least an extended drive. Little confusion in the backfield. Handoff goes to Carnahan, able to make about 4 on the play to midfield.
One of our better running plays of the night.
Was kind of a broken play as Parker initially turned to hand off to his left. Carnahan went to the right, took the handoff, came back to the left. Now this ball is going to be spotted at the 49-yard line. Carnahan goes to the sideline. Didn't see anybody coming in. Now Caldwell County is going to send a player in. It is Canyon Richardson. Play clock is being kept by the official on the field. They've turned that off, staying on zeros.
Well, it's running down. Caldwell needs to do something quick.
You have to raise his hand. Parker in the backfield. I'm with you, Todd. He's got to get this one off. Whistles do blow. And Caldwell County has to burn a timeout to keep from picking up the penalty. So timeout on the field. That's a Travis Construction and Concrete timeout. We'll take 30 seconds to be back. 6-0 Colonels back after this.
At Caldwell Medical Center, our transitional care patients receive the same care as they would in a skilled nursing facility, including physical, occupational, respiratory, speech therapies, and more. Every situation is unique. We help our patients reach their personal goals for independent living, all delivered with the care and compassion our patients deserve, right here close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com.
And we're back here in Hopkinsville. Caldwell County facing a 2nd and 6 situation. Caldwell County now, Dennis, have used all 3 of their timeouts, so no more remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, I think that was just one that they got the play in late. The player came out on the field and just not enough time to get in, get set, and get the snap away. Carnahan back in the ball game after the timeout. He'll go to the left shoulder of Parker. Extra blocking tight end in. 1 receiver each side for Caldwell County. Fakes the handoff. Going down the field, ball's up. Receiver is open. Complete inside the 10. That is number 2 for Caldwell County, Logan Chambliss. And Parker put that one right on his fingertips. They'll spot his knee down at the 8-yard line.
42-yard pass play.
Biggest play of the night by far for Caldwell County, and probably all the drives combined didn't equal what they picked up on that one. 5.5 to play in the first half, and Caldwell County looking to get on the board. Parker set to take the snap. Looks for Chambliss again, going the wrong way. Parker keeps it and maybe picks up a yard at best, or gets back to the line of scrimmage probably.
Looks like maybe they're going to mark it at the 8.
Back at the 8
for no gain.
2nd and goal coming up for the Tigers. Another play. There's been a couple of them here in the last few snaps that the quarterback and running back not on the same page on which side the handoff is going to. So this one on the left hash mark at the 8. 2 receivers to the near side. Extra tight end in for Caldwell County. Parker faces the blitz, throws complete to Bumpus at the 5. Flag goes down. Pyle going towards the goal line. Bumpus stops short. They'll mark it at about the 3, but a flag. We'll see who this one is on the near sideline. Bumpus in some traffic and using all the strength he could.
Another nice catch that time by Xavier in traffic.
And a good job by Parker to face 2 guys blitzing on the play. And the penalty is against Caldwell County. That will bring it back to the 20-yard line.
I'd kind of like to see a jump ball over in the corner, guys, with Xavier seeing what he can do.
Caldwell County was knocking on the door. Now they're back at the 20.
But still 2nd and goal for the Tigers.
Parker looks to the sideline for the play. 4:26 left in the first half. Caldwell only down 6-0. Christian County with a touchdown from Miles to Riley. Extra point hit the upright. It's Chambliss going out to be the receiver on the far side. 2 near side receivers. Flag on the play is going to blow this one dead. And illegal procedure against Caldwell County will back them up 5 more.
And that's another case, guys, of the play clock was about to run out. The back judge had his hand up and was counting. Caldwell's going to have to get these plays in, and everybody gets set just a little quicker because it's cost them a couple of times here in the first half.
Exactly right, Todd. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Stay tuned at halftime for the Little Caesars halftime report with Todd down on the sideline. He'll have all the stats and a couple of more things here at halftime, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. 2 receivers each way. Richardson, Bumpus. Now Bumpus in motion. Parker, quick hit to Bumpus. Tries to find a hole, hit, and picks up about 4 on the play maybe. 3:30 left in the first half.
They're going to mark it at the 23, only a 2-yard gain.
When I see a play like that, guys, I think maybe they're setting up the next one.
Quickly back to the line is Caldwell County. Parker in the backfield. And Christian County jumps off sides. Good hard count. It looked like by Parker on that one. Got him set up. So Christian jumps. That'll cost them 5 more yards. Should be 3rd and goal from the 18. Caldwell County still with time. Clock ticking, just over 3 minutes to go. Gus Fox into the ball game, slot receiver on the right side. Parker fakes the handoff, gets some pressure in the backfield, has the scramble, turns it up the field, and eats it at the 20. Good coverage down the field by Christian County. Nowhere for Parker to go. Plus, he had pressure early, but doesn't try to force a throw and cause a turnover. Instead, takes it to the ground. And a timeout on the field now by Christian County as they try to preserve a little bit of clock. 6-0 Colonels. We'll be back after this.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Hughes Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players. And while they are not gold, those crystal awards we have won for doing what we love to do are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcaster's Best Digital Product Award winner. YourSportsEdge.com.
Community Medical Clinic is excited to cheer on the Tigers all season long. Go Tigers from Community Medical Clinic.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
We're back here at the Stadium of Champions. While we were away, we attempted a field goal and made the field goal. So Caldwell County on the board now, trailing 6-3, and was it Sutton Ritchie?
I thought it was 66. Todd, can you help us out down on the field? It looked like Connor King, but the angle that we could not pick the number up on it. Caldwell County, though, on the board, 6-3 now. Christian County with only the 3-point lead, 2:47 left here in the first half.
Hey, guys, that was Sutton Ritchie with the field goal. I thought it was. I was back behind the goalpost trying to get a good look, and they said Timothy Nichols, but I'm pretty sure that was Sutton Ritchie that kicked that field goal.
He had a 6 in his number. We know that. So Sutton Ritchie, the freshman, with a line drive field goal to get Caldwell County on the board, 6-3.
From 37 yards.
Yeah, that one, never got much higher than the crossbar.
It got about a foot over that thing, but, it's just got to clear the bar and go between the pipes.
That's all it's got to do. And that's all it did, and it's 3 points for the Tigers. Let's see if the defense can hold for another 2:47.
I think that should energize us. That's a pretty good distance. That's a freshman that did that. Sutton Ritchie kicked well last year and kicked well in middle school action, and certainly looked good on that one.
Caldwell now kicks it away, and that is Nichols that kicks it away. Ball's going to go just almost to the end zone. Takes a curl at the last second, goes out of bounds inside the 1. So Christian County will again start out with pretty decent field position. Ball that goes just another half yard, and Christian County will come out at the 20. Little Caesars halftime report coming up with Todd at half. A lot of things going on there, so hope you'll stay tuned for that. And tonight after the game, it's the Trilogy post-game report. We'll have all the stats with the guys down on the field, some awards to give out, so a big first night here for Caldwell County football as we are underway on the 2022 season. Well, we look forward to it every year, and it's just as fun now as it was 7 seasons ago. This marks the start of our 8th.
What are we doing here, Dennis? We're Christian County setting up at the 35-yard line.
That's where the ball went out of bounds, and they will get it at the 35. It didn't like maybe a foot and a half going on the other side of the pylon.
Hey, that's a freshman kicker that made that.
So it's automatically at the 35 if it goes out of bounds.
Right. So Miles will take over. Trip set to his right. Gets some pressure in the backfield. Throws it out of bounds. I think just a miscommunication between Miles and number 10. If you have number 10, Damian Level, a freshman. I think Miles was expecting him to come back to the ball. Level going down the field. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Stops the clock with 2:42 left to go in the first half. 6-3 Christian County. 2 receivers each side this time now for Christian. Jenkins gets the handoff and some pretty good yardage. Stood up at the 39 and driven back, but his forward progress will take him out to the 39.
Pick up of 4 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6 for Christian County.
Hey, guys, lots of freshmen doing well for the Tigers. That was Cooper Mobley on the first hit there. And with the field goal a while ago, that ball was snapped by Jack Roach, another freshman.
And kicked by another freshman, Todd, Sutton Ritchie.
Yeah, Timothy Nichols was the holder on the play.
So Cupboard is looking good for Caldwell County for years.
Absolutely.
Years to come. Sophomore quarterback, too. In the backfield, that's going to be a hit and thrown for a loss is Miles.
And who got that?
I think that was number 3, Cooper Mobley.
Playing a really, really nice game for a freshman.
Mobley, a big, good-sized kid, 6 foot, 205.
Marked at it's going to be 4th down for Christian.
Caldwell County cannot use a timeout to save any time on the clock, but they're going to mark that at the 32, Bob.
Loss of 7.
Christian County will let this tick down. We're under a minute and a half to go until halftime. Todd will catch Coach Barnes going off the field at the end of the half, so stay tuned for that. Get the remarks from Coach Barnes about the first half. In the punt is Miles. And Christian County really lets it tick down. 1:06 left when he gets it away. Nice kick, spiraling up. It's going to take a Christian County bounce inside the 30, still rolling, 27, and marked at the 27. He really put some laces on that football because it had beautiful trajectory. 55 seconds for Caldwell County to try to get this one down the field. I don't know how big a chance you take right now in 55 seconds or just try to go in just down 3 after not really moving the ball very much at all.
I don't know. I think you can do a little riverboat style gambling here on one play, maybe the first play from scrimmage.
If you don't get that, you can always take. I know Christian County's used 1 timeout. One receiver to the far side, two to the near side. Bumpus is the nearest receiver. Carnahan switches sides to the right of Parker. Hand off to Carnahan, wants to get outside. Stiff arm one tackle across the 30, breaks another out to the 40 before he's finally brought down. They may give him progress out to the 41 on a good hard-nosed run by Jameis Carnahan.
14-yard gainer on that play.
They'll stop the clock to move the sticks. Caldwell County quickly gets lined up. Two receivers each side now. Parker will take the snap at his own 35. He's going to roll. Slings it to the sideline. Open receiver at midfield, and Chambliss makes the reception, gets out of bounds around the 46-yard line of Christian County. Still 31 seconds on the clock, Bob. Mark it at the 47-yard line, excuse me.
Pickup of 12 yards on that pass play.
Chambliss was all alone. Great route. I thought he got out of bounds, and they're running the clock. Now they stopped it. A couple of seconds came off the clock inadvertently because Chambliss got out of bounds. One receiver to the far side, two to the left. Parker, screen pass. Parker in some trouble and shakes one tackle, gets hit, dropped at the 45-yard line of Caldwell County. That's a screen pass that the pressure got to Parker too quick. Line not able to hold him for the proper count. And Parker had about 4 kernels in his face. Caldwell County is going to let this one tick down. And that's going to bring us to the half, but a very, very impressive job by Caldwell County's defense in that first half. At the half, it's Caldwell trailing 6-3, and we'll send it down to the field with Todd and Coach Barnes. As we are trying to track down Coach Barnes. There we go.
We get ready to go to halftime here at the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville. And Coach, 6-3 game. It kind of reminds me of that 11-6 game we played over here a couple of years ago.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out the other way. It's ugly. We're playing good enough defense to keep us in it. Had a little thing going on. We've shot ourselves in the foot a lot. Got to get that cleaned up, but 6-3, we've got a chance to, take the lead here coming out of halftime, and just got to keep playing and clean up some mistakes.
What are you guys going to talk about at halftime?
We got to get a couple of things cleaned up front, offensively, defensively. Just one or two things they're doing, I think, that we got to adjust to. But get in here and kind of regroup, settle down. I think we got a little hype up there middle of the first quarter, so we need to settle down and play.
All right, thanks, Will.
Thanks, Tom.
That is Will Barnes, Caldwell County Tiger head coach. The Tigers down 6-3 here at halftime, but Dennis, the Tigers very much in this one, and we'll get the ball to start the second half.
All right, Todd, thank you for that report with Coach Barnes. At the half, it's Christian County 6, Caldwell County 3. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll send it down to the field with Todd for the Little Caesars halftime report next here on WPKY.
December 10th impacted our community in a way that we will never forget. Much was lost that night, some of which can never be replaced. In the days since, we have witnessed something that can never be taken away. The pride of our community, the resiliency of our people, and their resolve to rebuild. The road to recovery has begun, and Farmers Bank wants to do our part to help those impacted by the storm. Let us walk you through the process with our Rebuild Construction Loan Special. Call us or apply online to get started. This is Jeff McDaniels, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For 71 years, WPKY has been your proven source for information, news, and sports. As we continue our legacy, join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. Plus, 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Do you want to get into the best shape of your life? Okay, let's be honest. You just want to get into some kind of shape. Then now's the time to get to Trilogy Performance Sports and take advantage of their $100 monthly family plan. This offer allows every member of the family living in the house to use the facilities at Trilogy as well as join the classes. What a deal! Don't wait. Get in shape. This offer is only for the month of September, so start exercising now and run to Trilogy Performance Sports to sign up. For more information, go to trilogyperformancesports.com.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle, get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong, take a look at the latest livestock market reports, hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass, and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress wishes all the Tiger athletes good luck this season. Go Tigers. Give it your all from Herb Hayes Furniture.
Grab a snack and head to the locker room. It's time to break it down, Tiger fans. The WPKY Tiger Football Halftime Show is brought to you by Little Caesars in Princeton. Listen live on the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on air at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And welcome back here. We're at halftime here at the Stadium of Champions. 11 minutes, 37 seconds, plus a 3-minute that they'll put on the board here in the halftime.
And I think we go straight on down to Todd for the halftime report, Bob.
And Todd, are you ready with your report?
Hey guys, thanks. We're down here on the sideline trying to check down a few scores. So I'll tell you what, it's 6-3 here at halftime. If you guys want to keep it about another 60 seconds and throw it back, we'll be ready to go.
Okay, and again, as we mentioned, going in the second quarter, Caldwell County, as Coach Barnes alluded to at halftime, Caldwell County will get the ball to start the third quarter, and obviously trying to correct a couple things that really didn't go our way, probably in the, as he mentioned, line blocking assignments, maybe, Dennis, to kind of work those out. But again, the Tigers are definitely in the game after a strong defensive effort here in the first half.
Kind of a bend but don't break effort by Caldwell County's defense. Just the one touchdown from Miles to Jay Sean Riley in the corner. But I thought a great job overall by the defense. The offense kind of found a little rhythm the last couple of possessions and was able to get the ball down the field. Some penalties kind of bit them in the rear end and moved it back. 37, 38-yard field goal by Caldwell County gets them on the board, so not a bad place to be in the first game after we've had trouble scoring in the first two preseason.
Absolutely, and I don't know how close we actually did come to scoring in those preseason scrimmages, but obviously points on the scoreboard is huge and has to be an uplifting situation.
This is the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll send it back down on the field now with Todd and Gary.
All right, thanks, guys. Just trying to track down a few more scores down here at halftime. First of all, we got the scoreboard up first, and the scoreboard tonight brought to you by Madisonville Community College. Madisonville Community College is much more than buildings and programs. It's a community where students find confidence, collaboration, compassion, and success. Let them help you build a better life. The scoreboard brought to you by Madisonville Community College. In the first quarter, Union County has an early lead on Madisonville North Hopkins. It's 7-0 there. At halftime, Murray and Crittenden County, a couple of teams that, like Madisonville and Union, are coming up on the Tigers schedule a little bit later this season. It's Murray 7, Crittenden County 0. That is a halftime score. In the second quarter, in Cadiz, just down the road, the Trigg County Wildcats lead the Todd County Central Rebels 14-7. Early in the third quarter, up in Louisville tonight, Hopkinsville is playing Louisville Ballard, and they got a little earlier start with an hour ahead of us tonight. 13-0, Ballard leads Hoptown in the third quarter there. Fort Campbell with a 12-0 lead over Muhlenberg County in the second quarter. Henderson County out early against Callaway County. It's 34-6 Colonels in that one in the first quarter. And Marshall County with a big lead on Ballard Memorial in the first half there, 34-0 in that game. Of course, there was one game in the area last night. Butler County and Russellville got the season started a day early, and the Butler County Bears picked up a 34-13 win over the Russellville Panthers. One game in the area tomorrow night, McCracken County and Paducah Tillman. They get to play the first game on Tillman's brand new artificial turf field there in Paducah. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Here at the Stadium of Champions, it's Christian County 6, Caldwell County 3 at halftime, and the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half here. In soccer action, a big game coming up tomorrow afternoon. The Caldwell County Tigers take on the University Heights Academy Blazers at 4 o'clock Saturday. That's across town here over at UHA. Again, that's for the second region All-A Classic Championship. The girls were originally scheduled to play at 6 o'clock tomorrow. That game has been pushed back. Caldwell County's girls will take on Crittenden County's Lady Rockets for the girls' second region All-A Classic Soccer Championship. Again, that's been pushed back a week, next Saturday, August 27th at Butler Stadium in Princeton. Caldwell County Golf in action tomorrow. The All-A Classic Second Region Tournament will be played at Deer Lakes Golf Course in Salem, so good luck to the Tigers down there. I believe that's a 9 a.m. shotgun start for the All-A Classic. And coming up on Tuesday, Caldwell Volleyball plays at home for the first time against Webster County. However, the Lady Tiger volleyball team has been relegated to the CCMS gym right now because of work going on in the cab. So the home opener will be played at the middle school. The Lady Tigers host Webster County for volleyball action Tuesday night. And you can hear that match right here on WPKY with Sue Stone on the call for Lady Tiger volleyball. Once again, it's 6-3, Colonels over Tigers at halftime in this one. Back with more on the halftime show after this here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
At First Southern National Bank, we believe in your future. We also know that you want to prepare now so your family is ready for opportunities when they arrive. We make it our priority to provide simple savings solutions to make that possible. Begin your savings journey now by opening an account online at fsmb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The WPKY News Edge is committed to keep you informed. Each weekday, they'll email you the top news and sports story of the day for free. No subscription fee. To sign up, click on the news tab at WPKYonline.com to sign up today. Sign up and receive these information updates for free to your email inbox. To sign up, click on the news tab at WPKYonline.com.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
We are at halftime at the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville. We think this might be the last matchup ever between the Caldwell County Tigers and the Christian County Colonels, with consolidation over here still expected next year. There have been some concerns over the cost of that, so we're not 100% certain yet, but this could be the last game of the series. Caldwell holding a 13-12 lead all-time against the Christian County Colonels. One more score from the Madisonville Community College scoreboard here at halftime. The Lady Tigers soccer team is at Lyon County tonight, and right now the Lady Tigers looking good in Eddyville. Caldwell County girls up 5-1 at Lyon County in the second half in soccer action tonight. Time now for the halftime moment in history, brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. West Kentucky Memorials, with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. Their son is a Caldwell County Tiger, senior Jameis Carnahan. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. Again, the halftime moment in history brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. And we're going to go back just a couple of years for this week's halftime moment in history. August 23rd, 2019 at Tiger Stadium, just 6 days after Tiger head coach David Barnes died after falling ill over in a scrimmage at Hopkins County Central. The Tigers rallied past Christian County 19-14 in the season opener. The Colonels had almost twice as many total yards that night, 322 to 166. But there was some magic in Tiger Stadium that night. Caldwell got two big special teams plays to pull out the win. Barron Wells returned a kickoff, 91 yards for a touchdown with just 1:57 left in the game after Christian had gone up 14-13 just seconds earlier. Wells also had a 65-yard punt return for a score in the first quarter. Again, if you look at the stat sheet, Christian County probably deserved to win the the game that night, but the Tigers won on the scoreboard 19-14. It was absolutely electric in Tiger Stadium after that kickoff return. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and Gary is going to come in with the stats in a minute, but Gary, after the Tigers pulled out that win, I remember looking at the Christian County coaches and kids after the game, and even though they had just suffered a hard-fought loss, it almost felt like they were happy the Tigers had won that game.
Well, they gave their all, Christian County, and sometimes it's not anything for lack of competition, but when it's over, and you shake hands, and I think they knew what that win meant for us, and definitely was a spark to see those returns, and I was just happy to be there.
That's the West Kentucky Memorial's halftime moment in history, and we're going to move right on to the stats now. Also brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Again, they're proud supporters of Caldwell County football, and we thank West Kentucky Memorials for bringing you the halftime stats. Again, Tigers down 6-3.
Caldwell down 6-3 to Christian County. It's an even game on the scoreboard, and it's a fairly even game statistically. Each team has lost one fumble for a turnover each. Caldwell County has 80 yards of total offense, 13 attempts rushing for 16 total yards, 64 yards passing on 6 of 9 by Luke Parker. Receiving-wise, the 6 receptions are in 3 pairs. 2 for Xavier Bumpus for 6 yards, 2 for Jameis Carnahan for 3 yards, and 2 for Logan Chambliss for 55 big yards, setting up an opportunity to get in the end zone, but it didn't materialize. So Luke Parker, 6 of 9, no interceptions, so 80 total yards for the Tigers offensively. Christian County has a slight lead on the scoreboard and a slight lead offensively. They've produced 122 yards of total offense, 17 rushing attempts for 24 total yards, and 5 of 11 passing for Jordan Miles. Receiving, 2 receptions for number 5, Prince Northington, 50 yards, and 2 receptions for Jashawn Riley, 37 yards, including the 30-yard touchdown, and 11 yards on 1 reception for number 10, Demion Livell. So 98 yards passing for Jordan Miles and 6 first downs for 122 yards for the Christian County Colonels. And defensively, if I have the statistics, I'll get the defensive statistics in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Gary. Gary's going to track those down. Again, we want to thank West Kentucky Memorials for sponsoring halftime stats here on the show tonight. Also, while we have a moment, I want to say big thanks to Go Green Lawn Care for our sideline reports. Of course, Go Green was with us last year, and I always appreciate them for helping us with the sideline reports. Once again, big thanks to Go Green Lawn Care for always keeping our fields in great conditions. Go to Go Green for all your lawn care needs, and here's Gary with the defensive stats.
For the Caldwell County defense, which has done a great job of limiting yards and limiting points, keeping us in this ball game. 6 total tackles for Camden Wooford and 6 total tackles for Cooper Mobley. Mobley also has a fumble recovery and a sack to go with the 6 tackles. 4 tackles for Jameis Carnahan, including a pass breakup. 3 for Gus Fox, including a sack. The fumble was caused by Cole Sherrill. And 3 tackles for Kenyon Richardson. Basically, Caldwell's getting after it. We're getting in the backfield a little bit later and later in the second quarter. So I think that if we can just get a good drive at the start of the third quarter with receiving the kickoff, put some pressure on the Colonels, see if we can force some more turnovers and pull a victory out.
All right, thank you. That's Gary Goodacre with the halftime stats. This is Todd Griffin down on the sideline. Again, Colonel 6, Tigers 3 at halftime. We'll send you back up top to Dennis and Bob and John right after this. Stay with us here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Celebrate 25 years of Planters Bank with 2,500 points. Introducing the Planters Bank 25-year celebration special. Earn 2,500 You Choose Rewards points and get a free Visa check card with every new checking account open. And they'll add 2,500 You Choose Rewards points to your Visa check card balance. That's like getting $25 in your account before you even get started. That's their way of celebrating 25 years with you. Planters Bank, 25 years of great things. Member FDIC.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Stadium of Champions here in Hopkinsville. The third quarter upcoming, and will be brought to you as we normally have had this company sponsor us for several years, brought to us by Cozy Living. Interiors and Boutique. They've been under the ownership and management of Pam and Hab Haverlock. Stop in and see what they have for sale out there. It's beautiful furniture, a lot of bedding, a lot of accessories, and Hab is also your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
Just about a minute to go before we kick this one back off for the second half. Caldwell County will receive, as Christian County won the toss tonight, and unusual for a team to win the toss and not defer to the second half, but Christian County wanted the football. Caldwell County will take over here in the second half, only trailing 6-3, Bob, and you got to like where you're at right now with only 80 yards of offense, most of that coming on a couple of plays. So Caldwell County in a position right now, this game is well within reach. Just got to clean up some things, cut down the penalties, and try to move the ball a little bit better, but the defense has really stood out.
Great defensive effort so far tonight by the Tigers, and we'll see early on here in the third quarter whether those corrections and coaching tips at halftime make a difference in the offensive line play here as we start the third quarter.
Caldwell County out on the field, Christian County in a huddle before they get ready to kick this one away. I'm going to kick the chair away, stand up, and get ready for this second half on opening night here for Caldwell County. Crowd is fairly decent on this side for Christian County. Caldwell County had some come in late, not a bad crowd across the way. Caldwell County will receive. They'll be going right to left here in the third quarter. Blumpus and Chambliss deep for Caldwell County. Kick is away. It's going to be a short kick. And that one's going to be covered up at the 31-yard line. Little indecision on a couple of Tigers to see who was going to receive that when they let it bounce between them and went ahead and decided to cover that and not take any chances. Ball's going to be spotted right on the 30-yard line. So the Tigers with decent field position here to start the second half. 1st and 10 on the 30 as Luke Parker will come out. A good night throwing in the first half, 6 out of 9 for Parker. He'll send one receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Caldwell County doing a lot more with the extra tight end. Parker with the snap. Looks to this side, swings it out. Richardson complete at the 30 and gets pulled down at the 37. I think the officials may have missed a face mask on that one.
Pickup of 7 yards on the pass play.
Good run after the catch by Kenyon Richardson. He had a player tugging on the jersey back at the line of scrimmage. 2 to the left, 1 again far wide to the right. Carnahan in the backfield, swing pass to Richardson, drops that one, and probably just as well. Doesn't look as good on the stats, but it looks better on the field position as Richardson had a lot of traffic coming his way. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Tigers. I think Caldwell County is also doing a good job managing the clock. They're not getting in a hurry. It's not like they're in a good offensive rhythm, so they're not in a hurry, and Christian County having a lot of extra possessions because of it.
Big down here to keep the drive alive.
Empty backfield for Parker. First time we've seen this tonight. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Parker drops back, swings it over complete at the 40, and it's enough for a first down. Looks like Carnahan with the reception gets brought down at the 45-yard line.
Pickup of 8 yards on the play.
And that is a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. 2 receivers to the near side for Luke Parker. He takes a snap, hands off to Carnahan. Carnahan off the right side. Good gain as he gets up to midfield and maybe into Christian County territory before he's brought down.
And they are going to give him, I think, the Christian County 49. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
So Caldwell County moving the football from their own 30 now into Colonel territory, where it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 49. Great job tonight on the Little Caesars halftime report, Todd and Gary. Mid-season form on opening night. Bumpus, one of 2 receivers to the near side. Richardson the other. Again, the handoff to Carnahan. Hits the line and still pushing the pile. We'll see where forward progress gets him.
On the play before, Carnahan had a nice little hole to get through and picked up 6 yards. That one had to work a little bit, but still picked up 3 yards on the play.
That one very close to a first down. I think it's going to be 3rd and inside of a yard for Caldwell County. Richardson out of the ball game for the Tigers. And it looks like number 15, that's Camden Wofford.
Camden having a nice game defensively so far tonight.
Bumpus, a lone receiver near side, extra blockers on the line. Look for Carnahan to take the handoff and does. Hits the line. It's going to be close. He gets stood up. We'll see where the mark is on this one. I thought his forward progress had it, Bob.
I thought he was closer to the 50 than this receiver on the official on this sideline.
They'll mark the nose inside the 46-yard line. 4th and 1 is what they're going to call it. About half a football from a first down. Caldwell County would love to draw Christian County off sides on this one. Now they may be dropping into punt formation. Some confusion. Play clock running down. Hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan gets the first down and then some, still on his feet inside the 40. Bob, I think at first Luke Parker thought that he was going to fall into a punt formation out of the original setup. Coaching staff yelling for him to get back up in the gun.
Ball at the 36-yard line, gain of 10 yards on the play.
So another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down as Caldwell County on the move. 8:30 to go in the third quarter, 6-3. Christian County with the lead, but Caldwell County looking much better on this opening drive here in the second half.
Taking possession at their 30, and now they're at the Christian County 36.
Parker wants to go sideline, almost has it picked off, looking for Chambliss.
Dangerous pass.
I think he threw that one a little bit before Chambliss had turned around, but Christian County made a dash for it. Fortunately for the Tigers, that one falls incomplete. Looks like Caldwell County here in the second half, Bob, has gone for an extra tight end instead of so much spread. That way, trying to keep so much company from Luke Parker in that backfield.
An extra blocker does come in handy.
1 receiver each way. Carnahan to the left of Parker. Flags come down. This one's going to be whistled dead and procedure called. I'm not sure who on, but it may be the receiver on the near side. Maybe got a little bit of an early start. I don't know if they call that on Bumpus or if it's going to be on somebody else, but it's going to push Caldwell County back 5 yards regardless.
Back to the 41 and brings up 2nd and 15.
8:14 left to go in the third quarter. Same score as at halftime, 6-3 Colonels, but Caldwell County with a long possession on this one, longest of the night by far. Caldwell County puts one in motion, hands off to Carnahan, hits the line on the right side. Caldwell County finding something they're really liking on that right side of that offensive line.
Maybe pick up 3 yards on that play.
I think they'll spot Carnahan at the 39-yard line. No, they're going to see if they give him the 38. We'll call it the 38. Nose almost touching it. Good hard-nosed running by Jameis Carnahan tonight. Is he the exclusive back tonight as far as the stats goes?
I think so. Luke has carried the ball 3 times.
So it's going to be 2 receivers to the right. Bumpus, the near side receiver for Caldwell. Parker takes a snap, drops straight back, looks down the field, now scrambles, wants to run, and gets it back to a about the line of scrimmage.
They may give him to the 37. We'll see.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. And it's going to be Parker back to, you would think, back to punt, unless they're trying to go for it in this field position.
4th and 11 for the Tigers.
And they line up to go. Snap is back. Parker drops back, gets good protection. Now it starts to break down, throws over the middle, low. He had a receiver open, but throws at the feet, looks like of Carnahan. So turnover on downs. We'll give it to the Colonels. I think Jameis Carnahan camped out right at that 1st down marker with the ball just a little bit low. And the Colonels will take over, but over a 5-minute drive by Caldwell County stalls out at the 38-yard line. Christian County will come out now, 1st and 10 with 6:41 on the clock. Miles at quarterback. He's had a workhorse in the backfield. That's Josiah Jenkins. Handoff goes to Jenkins, hits the line, gets through, and a gain of almost 10. We'll see if he gets the full 10. Quick first step by Jenkins. That's one of the things that you see a lot from Christian County with the quickness that they bring to a football team.
Marked at the 45.
45-yard line.
Pickup of 8 yards.
2nd down and a short 2 coming up for Christian County. Christian County not in a hurry-up offense either tonight. Not like you see a lot of teams in the past. Caldwell historically has come to the line quick, Christian County as well, but tonight taking a little more time, not quite the full huddle, but not in a hurry. Miles, swing pass out to Jenkins. Jenkins has some room, tries to bowl over a defender at the 50, gets brought down inside Tiger territory, but it is enough for a 1st down for the Colonels as they'll spot this one at the Tiger 47-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards on that pass play.
I think that was Richardson on the tackle for Caldwell County. One of those he had no choice because Jenkins decided he was going to run through Richardson instead of around him. So Miles looks up. He puts 2 receivers to the left, hands off to Jenkins. Jenkins hits the hole, spins, and gets down to the 40. Caldwell County making some hits at the line of scrimmage. Last couple of times having trouble holding on to the back nose of the football on the 39. 2nd down and a short 2 coming up for the Colonels. Christian County, 2 to the left, 1 receiver to the near side. Jenkins, the tailback behind Miles. Miles on the keeper, across the 40, 35, gets to the sideline, hit and brought down near the 30. Forward progress is going to take him down to about the 29. So that'll a design keeper from Christian County's quarterback, Jordan Miles.
That
28-yard line now with a pretty favorable spot for a kid that was hit at the 30.
And I think that was a design run, Dennis. He wasn't pressured to have to run out of the pocket.
Miles takes a high snap, brings it down, looks down the field, trying to go to that corner again. Up, and I think he's going to be ruled out of bounds. And they're calling it a touchdown. But he did get a foot down. I thought it was past the pylon. Richardson talking to the official about it, thought it was out of bounds, and I did too, Bob, to be honest, from our vantage point. I thought he would caught that ball with both feet out of the back of the end zone.
He did not have possession inbounds on that catch.
Touchdown makes it 12-3. Extra point pending for Christian County. Of course, no instant replay at the high school level because that one would surely be looked at.
Did you get the number of that?
I thought it might have been Northington. Kick is up and falls short. 4:15 left in the third quarter. Colonel's up now 12-3. Back after this on WPKY.
December 10th impacted our community in a way that we will never forget. Much was lost that night, some of which can never be replaced. In the days since, we have witnessed something that can never be taken away. The pride of our community, the resiliency of our people, and their resolve to rebuild. The road to recovery has begun, and Farmers Bank wants to do our part to help those impacted by the storm. Let us walk you through the process with our Rebuild Construction Loan Special. Call us or apply online to get started. This is Jeff McDaniels, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From switchboard operators to the party line, fax, bag phones, and personal pagers. These days, it's a new cell phone version every year. We've been there for it all, evolved and upgraded for over 71 years, always looking for new ways to be there when you need us. Now, WPKY's commitment continues with a new text line at 270-963-9038, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County now finding themselves trailing 12-3. And for the call here for the kickoff and the remainder of the third quarter, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Christian County set to kick off after the touchdown. 12-3 Colonels. Christian County unable to convert on either extra point attempt. And Caldwell County not expecting the kick to go very deep at all. It'll be fielded by Chambliss at the 17-yard line. Goes to the right side, wants to turn the corner, gets up across the 30, and hit before the 35. Chambliss caught that one on a bounce. So Caldwell County will come out with 4:09 left in the third quarter. Now a two-possession ball game as they are down by 9. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope John got some good video of that touchdown play down there because I couldn't really tell from all the way over here. Did you guys get much of a look at it from up there?
We thought both feet were out of bounds when he had possession of the ball, Todd.
Yeah, like I said, we were on the backside over here, so it's kind of tough to tell when he caught it.
Yeah, we'll be able to tell on the replay on WPKYonline.com. Parker under pressure throws. That's got to be some interference, and it is. More flags coming out than on Flag Day at the 43-yard line. Richardson had a player draped over his shoulder like a cape.
Pretty tough to catch a pass under those conditions.
Yeah, not with another 190 pounds on your back and leaning forward. So Caldwell County will get the benefit of the pass interference call. 1st and 10 Tigers, still 4:02 left in the third quarter.
Guys, Luke Parker took a bit of a shot on that. A couple of guys kind of sandwiched him. He's limping around, and now we've got another Tiger on the far side that looks like he's having some cramps. So, getting a little banged up here in the third quarter.
And cramps always an issue, it seems like, early on in the season when the weather is still warm. And a lot of sports have that, not just football. You can go to probably any of the girls or boys soccer teams games, and if the weather is still warm like it is tonight, you're going to see this come up. It is a Tiger on the near sideline, just cramped. They're stretching out that left calf muscle. And Bob, with another trip up the steps, we may have suffered the same fate tonight. Me, you, or John won, because that is a haul. That's Xavier Bumpus getting up with the cramps. He'll go to the sideline, I'm sure, get some water. Still a warm night. It was 82 degrees at kickoff. Had some very light showers. Todd and the crew were reporting on the sideline early, but still probably mid to low 70s at this point.
Not bad out here right now. The wind has actually died down just a little bit. I think one of the decisions Caldwell made to go for that field goal in the first half, back in the second quarter, they were actually with the wind, and that might have helped just a little bit on that kick. So, need to get a little more offense going, though, just a little more consistency. But, man, it's tough. Christian County's so quick all across the board.
Snap goes back to Parker. Looks, throws down the field, overthrows the intended receiver, looking for Richardson. That one well over his head. And also into the game for Caldwell County, I think the first time we've called his name tonight, number 12, Eli Stevens, a receiver in on that play. Stevens is wearing the familiar number 12. Second down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. Parker with Carnahan, 2 receivers set to each side. Parker, swing pass over to Richardson. It's low. Richardson dives, incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 3:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Colonels lead this one 12-3, a touchdown in each half, and also a missed extra point attempt in each half.
Last couple throws by Luke gives you the impression he's feeling hurried a little bit, Dennis.
Absolutely, with some company in the backfield on the last 2 throws. Parker drops back. This time has to scramble again, has 3 around him, throws. Low pass on the far sideline looking for Richardson. They're going to rule that one incomplete. And 4th down will be coming up, and not a lot of time came off that clock. So Caldwell County will have to kick it away. Trailing this one 12-3. It's going to put a little bit more pressure on the shoulders of that defense, Bob, because I don't think the way we're having trouble moving the ball, you can't let it get much more than a 2-possession game. Parker takes a snap, rolls, puts the ball up, line drive kick, takes a Caldwell roll, and it's going to be a fair catch at the 19-yard line. Probably some of Christian County's poorest starting field position of the night. But Jordan Miles will bring the offense out to see what they can do against a Tiger defense that has played pretty stellar so far tonight.
And the other thing we want to mention, we haven't harped on this all night, Tigers with 3 starters out tonight. Big twist to have them back next week, Dennis.
Yeah, that'll be a big help. D-Man Thompson would make a huge difference tonight in this ball game.
Right, Landon Davis and Brady Holman on the defensive line or offensive line as well.
Yeah, Caldwell County with Preston Burrell at center tonight.
They're going to mark the ball or what's?
And apparently something against Caldwell County. Todd, can you help us out on that? No play was run.
No, I just know that was behind the play on the punt. It was about 20 yards up the field from where the punt was actually fielded, so I'm not sure. Must have been a push in the back or some kind of block in the back.
So that moves it from the 19. Now Christian County will take over at the 35-yard line. So drastic improvement for the Colonels, whatever happened after that punt. 3:40 left to go in the 3rd. 12-3 Colonels. Miles at quarterback still. 2 receivers far side. He's going to hand off to Jenkins. Jenkins starting to hit that line pretty quick. Gets up to the 40. But Bob is you got to wonder if Caldwell County's defensive line is starting to wear just a little bit, because Jenkins, instead of getting hit at the line or a step into it, is getting 2 or 3 steps past before he's brought down.
We just need to hit him once real hard as he gets that handoff and see what happens. But blocking scheme is pretty effective for Christian County to let him get those 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards.
Hand off again to Jenkins. He's going to try to get out wide this time. Hit at the line, drop down at the 45, but that's going to be enough, it looks like, for a 1st down, Christian County. In on the tackle was number 15 for Caldwell County. That's Camden Wofford.
And it should be a 1st down, and it is.
Wofford, a junior this year. They'll spot that ball at the 46-yard line of Christian County. Luke Parker at free safety. I think that's, is it Eli Stevens over there in coverage on the far side, the sophomore. And a timeout on the field by Christian County. 2:36 left in the quarter. Back after this.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
When we say
classic hits,
we mean
American woman, stay away from me. All I need is a miracle. All I need We gon' let it all rain down.
Listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
And back here at the Stadium of Champions. For the call here, the remaining 2 minutes, 36 seconds of the third quarter, my friend Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Handoff, fake to Jenkins. Throw is down the field off the hands of Jay Sean Riley, and I was hoping Parker could get a bead on that one. Falls incomplete. Christian County with the play action. And Caldwell County did not bite. That was good coverage by Caldwell County. Second down and 10 for the Colonels. Clock stops on the incompletion with 2:32 left to play in the third quarter. A very slow-paced game tonight. Handoff to Jenkins. Stutter steps at the line, changes direction into Tiger territory, brought down at the 45-yard line. And on the tackle there was Miguel Pena.
Hey, guys, I've got some information for you on that penalty earlier. It was a blindside block about 20 yards behind the play that was called on the Tigers.
And made a big difference in where Christian County took over. Thank you, Todd, for that.
Yeah.
Ball at the 45. Third down and 1 for Christian County. Jenkins with the handoff. He'll easily have the first down and then some as he gets brought down at the 35 of the Tigers. Number 3 in on the tackle is Cooper Mobley. Mobley had a big first half defensively. Right now, probably the defensive player of the game. Christian County just methodically going down the field here in this second half. First and 10. Not in a big hurry. They know they have a 2-possession lead right now, looking to tack on. 1:35 left to play in quarter number 3. Miles fakes the handoff, wants to go far sideline. It's up, a lob, and incomplete. Flag on the play on a ball that was nowhere near catchable. And it's Eli Stevens on the coverage on the far side. But
they're going to call that pass interference?
I think they're going to give them pass interference on it. But that ball was, the flag was thrown at the 13. The ball landed about the 4.
Yeah, this goes back to those different rules that we've talked about before in high school and college and the pros. There is no such thing as uncatchable in high school football. If the official ruled that Eli was tugging a jersey or was making contact early, they're going to throw that flag and call it pass interference. And, well, now they're going to wave it off, so what do I know?
Well, there was a little bit of contact. We're not going to debate that there wasn't some contact, but I thought it was good coverage by Eli going
he
down
was
the
there
field.
step for step.
So you're going to have a little bit. It's if you impede that receiver, and I didn't see any impeding on the play. So fortunately, the officials make that one right. But thank you for that rules clarification, Todd. We do look to college rules a little bit for here, and sometimes they just don't apply when probably they should. So the Colonels now 2nd and 10. Hand off to Jenkins. Jenkins wants to go right side across the 30. 25 brought down at the 24-yard line. And on that one was number 64, Seals and Mobley.
And I think we're going to get a personal foul on Christian County way down the field, probably 30 or 40 yards away from the play, guys, and this should back up the Colonels.
1 minute, 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
Hey, guys, got a Go Green update on a bit of a score for you. Lady Tigers soccer team now 4-0. They finish off the victory at Lyon County tonight, 5-1 the final score. So, man, the Lady Tigers soccer team off to a awesome start this season.
Absolutely. Hats off to Rhett Miller leading that crew to the undefeated start early in the campaign.
So far, there's been no walk-off of the penalty.
Players still kind of just huddled around. Referees are explaining to Christian County's coaching staff out on the field, well out onto the field.
I thought that was clearly on Christian County, but they picked up the flag earlier, so we'll wait and see.
There's been a lot of penalties and nothing you wouldn't expect, for the first game of the year for either team. Still a big conference, 3 officials and the Christian County coach on the near sideline. I don't see anybody on the Caldwell County sideline explaining anything, so we'll see where they do end up marking this one. A lengthy delay thus far.
It'll make our food order after the game in jeopardy here, Dennis.
Yeah, some of these places it's hard to find since COVID, a place after 10 o'clock, so you're right, Bob.
I still think this is a great season opener for Caldwell, though. I've always loved the Christian County game, and I think Caldwell is always a bit of an underdog in this thing, even though the Tigers actually lead the all-time series 13-12. But, you know, you look at how big Christian County is up front and how quick the Colonels are. I think this is a good game for the Tigers to get them ready for later in the season.
Yeah, and personally, I would like to see us play the Wolfpack on down the line. I know it's a game that you're going to face one of the biggest schools in Kentucky, not just West Kentucky, but Kentucky altogether.
Yeah, like top 3 or 4 probably.
Right, but it's from my vantage point, I would like to see it. I know from the coaching staff, that's hard as it can be to probably prepare for.
Looks like they're marking off 2 10-yard penalties against Christian County, or 2 15-yard penalties.
This one's going to move the Colonels way back into their own territory. Official still walking.
Was there a second flag?
Yeah, there was
there had to be, because he's walked off 30 yards of penalty easy.
Yeah. Chris is telling me there were 2 unsportsmanlike, so if that's the case, they'll mark off both of those.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line
of Christian, and
first down and our first country mile of the season, first down and 40.
Did the PA announcer just say it's first down and Oak Grove to go?
I don't know. These headphones have me, but it could be. It's 1st and 40.
That'll get you to about the Oak Grove line, I guess. Miles now out of the shotgun. He's got a receiver each side, drops back, gets good protection over the middle, complete. Northington dodges a tackler, gets loose, and he may score 5, touchdown. And probably an unsportsmanlike on Northington with a little taunting at the end of it.
Yeah, that's going to be unsportsmanlike. You know what? I think in college anymore, that's not even a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they'll mark that on the kickoff. Todd, you're correct. I think. Now, the nuances of high school football rules escape me.
That was a pinpoint pass from Miles to Northington. And you've got the speed. We've known him for years. Comes from a long line of just speedy players.
Yeah, there's no need to do that at the end of the play, though. Just, you know, run into the end zone like you've been there before, score a touchdown, and go celebrate.
Yeah, you can celebrate on the sideline. You don't have to do it against the other team, and I think that's going to be the call.
The Tiger coaches think that's a live ball foul, guys, and that it should be penalized from the spot.
Now, he did start the taunt at the 5-yard line, if that's what they're arguing about.
Yeah, he was definitely short of the goal line when he turned around and waved, so.
Well, we'll see what the officials know.
Little drama on this one as Christian County's coaching staff is furious on the sideline.
They have the ball marked at the 3, which is the site for the extra point attempt.
Yeah, I think in high school this is still a post-play penalty. I think in college that they would take the touchdown away and they would have marked that off from where he stopped and committed the act.
They do count the touchdown, 18-3. Christian County still trying to go for the extra point attempt. Spot is down, kick is up, and this one is no good. Wide to the left. 57 seconds left in the quarter. Christian County extends the lead. Now it's Colonels 18, Tigers 3. Back after this.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Where did it show up there?
And while they are not gold, those Crystal Awards we have won for doing what we love to do are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters Best Digital Product Award winner YourSportsEdge.com.
You're listening to Caldwell County Football on WPKY Princeton.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions, and Caldwell County lined up to receive the kickoff as we have 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Dennis, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, Bob, still a two-possession ball game, but it's looking bleaker and bleaker for Caldwell County, who is having trouble moving the football tonight. They've had a couple of big plays and one pretty good sustained drive, but still only 3 points to show for it thus far.
A big play is definitely what the doctor needs to have ordered here. We need a big play.
Time starting to run down as we are close to fourth quarter action. This one, a little nub kick, is going to be fielded at midfield, and that is number 81, Luke Maddox, a sophomore, able to come up and make that catch, I think is who it was. Or was that number 31, excuse me. 31 would be Caden Cunningham. So I see 31 going off the field. But Caldwell County with great field position. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball spotted at midfield. But do you sense a little defensively, do you sense a little fatigue for Caldwell County? That they're getting pushed off the line just a little bit more than they did in the first half?
Sure, and we don't have two of our big players in there on offense. D-man would make a big difference, definitely carrying the ball.
Little change is Gus Fox now in the backfield. Carnahan more at a blocking position. Parker drops back, wants to go down the sideline. A lot of contact, and no flag on the play as Bumpus was in a race down the sideline, but he could not turn in to make that catch. Very good coverage by Christian County. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. Caldwell County, just like you said, Bob, looking for that big play to try to spark something. 49 seconds left in the quarter.
I think Brady Holman's absence is really noticeable, obviously, as we get further into the game.
And a little skirmish going on in the stands here at Christian County. Law enforcement personnel coming up this way towards the press box. Meanwhile, on the field, handoff looks like it is to Fox. Carnahan is going to be thrown down. Flag comes out as Carnahan unnecessarily thrown down hard after the play.
They're going to mark him at the 48 of Christian.
They got it spotted at the 45 right now. But a flag did come out after the play as whistles blew, and Carnahan still thrown down near the 40-yard line.
Trying to see who was moving the quickest, guys, the players on the field or people up in the stands.
Yeah, there's a little commotion for sure. A couple of Christian County law enforcement officials had to come up. And not sure just how bad it was down to our left. Back on the field, 38 seconds left in the quarter. They'll spot the ball at the 34-yard line of Christian County. So Tigers get the Lake Barkley CrossFit first down off the penalty. It's going to be Chambliss and Richardson to the far sideline. Bumpus, the lone receiver, near. Fox in the backfield with Carnahan at the blocking back. Ball down the field, overthrown. I think some miscommunication on that play. And early in the season, Bob, you're going to have a few mistakes like that where the quarterback and the receiver not on the same page. You hope it's minimal, but that was one of those instances. Receiver pulled way up.
Yeah, brings up a 2nd and 10, so still obviously manageable distance for the Tigers at the Christian County 34-yard line.
Clock down to 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Very long third quarter, it seems like. 18-3 is your score. Christian County with the lead. Parker in the backfield. One receiver split wide to the right, two to the left. Handoff goes to Carnahan. Wants to get to the right side. Has some room. Finds a hole across the 30 and down to about the 27-yard line. That'll take us to the end of the quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Christian County 18, Caldwell County 3. Back for fourth quarter action after this.
Hello, I'm Jason Redmond, Community President, First Southern National Bank. When First Southern National Bank says we believe in you, it means we also believe certain things about you. We believe that you want to live a life of margin, where you can balance spending, saving, and giving. We believe that you want to make wise financial decisions to enable that kind of living. Because we believe in you, we are here for you every step of the way. Visit fsmb.net to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From switchboard operators to the party line, fax, bag phones, and personal pagers. These days, it's a new cell phone version every year. We've been there for it all, evolved and upgraded for over 71 years, always looking for new ways to be there when you need us. Now, WPKY's commitment continues with a new text line at 270-963-9038, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions. The ball has been moved down the field. Caldwell County picking up 7 yards on that second down carry. Now brings a 3rd and 3 situation up, and Caldwell County ready to go. And for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Bob, this is when you feel like Caldwell County has to come away with a touchdown to keep this one manageable. Entering the final 12 minutes of this one, down 18-3. One wide receiver each way. Parker drops back, wants to go down the field, in and out of the hands of Xavier Bumpus. Had that one on a nice pass from Parker. Deep slant, and Bumpus not able to reel that one in. Brings up 4th down and 3. Of course, you have to go for it at this point. Parker to the sideline to get the play. That would have been huge.
Those you cannot drop, Dennis. It's a nice pass, and Xavier was wide open. And so
misspotted the ball. They brought it back. So Caldwell County, 4th down and 3. I don't know what the... Oh, there's no play clock, so they are keeping it on the field. Parker set for the snap. Pulls it back in. Now he's going to have to roll. Try to pick it up himself. Wants to get to the outside, and I think he does. Hit late out of bounds. No whistle.
Good block up front.
He needed to get to the 24, and
I think he got the first down.
He got to the 22, it looks like.
See where they'll spot it, but it looks like a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down for Caldwell County. And it is a first down as they move the chains. A reminder, we'll be on the road again next week. Next week it's Madisonville on the schedule. And Bob, if I can remember right, is that our first time at Madisonville?
It's my first time as a radio announcer.
So we will be there the next week, live stream on WPKYonline.com. All the action starts with our regional roundup at 5:30 right after the local news. 1st and 10 Tigers. Parker in the backfield. Hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan cuts it back up the middle, changes directions, and bulls his way down inside the 20-yard line.
He's a punishing runner, Dennis, and looked really fresh on that carry.
Sideline official spots it at the 16. That's what we'll give him. Nice run.
6-yard gain.
Jameis Carnahan, tough run. Clock ticking with 11:11 left in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
Near side receiver is Chambliss. Parker rolls to his left. Got some pressure from the back and is going to be brought down for a loss. Had to get rid of that one.
You got to throw that one away.
All the way back to the 22-yard line. Yeah, that's something that Parker had been bragged on by his coaching staff early in the preseason games, is getting rid of the football and not taking those unnecessary drops.
And at a 6-yard loss, will now make it 3rd and 10 for the Tigers from the Christian 22.
Parker in the backfield with Carnahan. 2 receivers each side. Everything inside the right hash mark and over. Parker drops back, wanted to go end zone, gets some pressure in the backfield, now throws. If it's complete, it's going to be a great gain, and it is at the 11-yard line. I think that's enough
that
for the first. And they do move the sticks just outside the 10 at the 11, which is also big. They can get another first down before they get in, but they need to score on this drive, no doubt.
Caldwell might have caught a break on that mark over here, guys.
Tigers back to the line of scrimmage. That catch was by who, Todd? Did you pick that up? Hand off to Carnahan. Inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That was Canyon Richardson on the previous play, guys.
Richardson did a great job, it looked like, from here, keeping those toes in.
Well, let's just say it was really, really close.
And a good throw by Luke Parker. Yeah, we'll take the pluses in game one. Still looking for that first touchdown all through the preseason and two tonight. And Carnahan trips in the backfield. There's been a handful of times tonight that Parker and Carnahan seem like they're a little bit mixed up on which side the handoff is going to.
Loss of 1 yard on that play, back to the 10-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Clock will go under 9 minutes before we get this one away. 18-3 is your score. Christian County leads this one, but Caldwell County with one of their first real threats of the night since the first half. Parker with Carnahan to his left. Parker throws, complete, and get in there. Signal a touchdown for us. Touchdown signaled in the corner. Xavier Bumpus from Luke Parker. Caldwell County's first touchdown in 2 scrimmage games and then through 3 quarters tonight shutout, but they are on the board with the touchdown.
Pass covers 9 yards.
And they're going to say they're going to wave this one off with an illegal procedure call against Caldwell County.
Are you kidding?
So stop the celebration on the touchdown. Tigers will have it. 3rd down and 9 from the Christian County 15-yard line.
Guys, I never saw the flag. Were the Tigers not lined up properly? Is that what the penalty was?
I never saw a flag. I just saw the signal from the white cap.
Of a touchdown. I saw one official.
Yeah, the official in the end zone signaled touchdown, but he just said that it was a procedure call against the Tigers. Parker drops back, lowers his head, and is brought down at about the 17-yard line. So Tigers will face 4th down. Clock ticking now down inside of 8.5 minutes.
Brings up a 4th and 11.
Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. 16-yard line. Parker looking to the sideline for the play. Carnahan to his right. 2 receivers each side. Look for something in the end zone at this point. Throws, and this one's complete. This one is a touchdown. No flags on the field. Xavier Bumpus. Parker stood in as long as he could. He was facing 2 rushing defenders. Took a little bit of a hit afterwards, but delivered a strike to Xavier Bumpus. And Caldwell County, with that first touchdown of the season, makes it 18-9. And they will surely go for 2 here to make it a 7-point ball game.
I think I would kick the extra point here, guys, and make it an 8-point game.
Looks like
I think you want to push that 2-point try back as far as you can.
It looks like they're lining up for 2. Bumpus goes in motion. Parker with some pressure throws it, and no flags down. Looked like a lot of contact on Bumpus. So the 2-point conversion is incomplete. 7:59 left in the ball game. Tigers within 9 at 18-9. Back after this.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we're back here at the Stadium of Champions, midway through the fourth quarter. The extra points tonight brought to us by Goodwin Insurance. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all your insurance needs. Goodwin Insurance is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. They say, good luck, Tigers.
And Todd, that may be a point. That one could be debated on whether you do go for that extra point and keep it a one-possession game. Right now, back to 9, and you got to have 2 more possessions.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of putting off that 2-point try as far as you can.
Kick picked up at the 5-yard line by Christian County, out across the 15, has some room on the sideline.
Block in the back right behind it.
And a flag on the play, still alive up near the 40, finally pushed out of bounds. But the flag back down at the 25-yard line is going to go against Christian County.
Well, you're going to back Christian County up here, and this gives the Tiger defense a chance to make a play. Get the ball back or, maybe create something down here and put the Tiger offense in good shape.
Yeah, it's got to be a big play coming up. 7:48 left in the ball game. Caldwell County needs something fairly quick. Christian County is going to huddle up on the sideline before they come out. 18-9 is your score. Caldwell County with their first touchdown of the season. Parker to Bumpus.
Where are they marking the ball, Dennis? I haven't seen. Oh, at the
Ball's
10,
down at the 10-yard line after the penalty, blocking the back. It's going to be Christian County taking over at their own 10-yard line. Caldwell County's defense has played well tonight, but you kind of sense a little bit of fatigue. But the offense stayed on the field for a while, so maybe they had time to rest up a little bit. But then again, you have players going both ways quite a bit for this squad. Hand off to Jenkins, goes right side, off tackle. Gets out near the 20-yard line. He'll be just shy of it. They'll mark it at the 19. Christian County has a player on the field after that run.
I think that's the running back. I think he's cramping up a little bit.
Jenkins has been a workhorse tonight, so could very well be. Still fairly warm, nice breeze. When you stick your head outside the press box, up here still relatively warm. But
yeah, it's a nice night to watch the game down here, but you put the pads on and put the helmet on, it probably still is a little warm for those guys.
And for those concerned, no cramps in the press box at this point. 7:32 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Except maybe in the brain.
Yeah, it was iffy early, but we've survived. 18-9 is your score. And cramps just the thing you're going to face in August and September in high school football and also out on the soccer field. And Jenkins has carried the ball so much tonight, even if he had hydrated, he's still going to sweat out a lot tonight as much as he has run the ball for Christian County. So he'll limp off the field. I'm sure get some fluids in him. We'll see who Christian County puts in the backfield. And it looks like, Bob, do you have a number 9 for Christian County?
Yes, I do. It's Devon Travion Wilford. Let's just say Mr. Wilford.
Wilford in the backfield. Looks like a much smaller back.
Looks like he didn't have a black jersey. I mean, there's a
Miles on the keeper. Slides at the 20-yard line. They may put the nose across to the 21.
And I disagree with that. In college, or pros, when you start to slide, that's where they put the ball down. They gave him the benefit of the slide.
Yeah, they picked up an extra yard easy.
Maybe enough for the first down, and it is a first down.
They'll start the clock back up with the stick set. 7:18 left to go. Christian County ahead 18-9 in this one. Season opener for both squads. Miles in the backfield. He'll drop back, has some pressure. Gus Fox slips Fox's tackle. Gets up to the 25, still on his feet across the 30, and close to another first down on what was almost a sack in the backfield by Gus Fox.
And he did pick up 11 yards, so it is a first down for Christian County.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line of the Colonels as we go under 7 minutes to play. Stay tuned for all the stats of the ball game in the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show coming your way right after this one. We'll have all the stats. We'll have an interview with Coach Barnes and look ahead also to next week against Madisonville. Miles hands it off to number 9. I think he's going to get up close to the 35-yard line. His name one more time, Bob.
Is Wilford.
Wilford.
We'll
give it the 35-yard line. Nose is touching.
Gain of 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
And Christian County content with that 2-possession lead to go ahead and let that clock run down just about every run. Is that Jenkins back in the backfield, it looks like. Miles takes a snap, hands it off. Jenkins hits a line across the 40, brought down around the 42-yard line. I think that was Carnahan in on the tackle.
And close to a first down, where they're going to give it to him.
And looking across the way, it is going to be very close. And they're going to bring the chains out, Bob. It's your first chance this year to make a yay or nay call on this one.
We're short.
Chains have to come all the way across the field here at Stadium of Champions. 5:44 on the clock, stopped right now. 18-9 is your score. Christian County looking for their first win of the season. Last year, they defeated Caldwell County in the first game of the year and went on to lose their next 10.
I think they put the ball down further upfield than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, I'm thinking good from here, but they're going to stretch the chains and give it a look. And it is a first down by the white nose of the football.
And that extra 3 or 4 inches that he nudged the ball up there did it.
Yeah, initially when he spotted it, I couldn't see it because he was standing in front of it. And when he stepped back just a hair, you could see the football clearly. So 1st and 10 for Christian County with 5:44 left to play in this ball game. 18-9 Colonels. We've got some awards to give out after this one's over. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. And we appreciate all of our sponsors back with us again this year. Miles shakes a tackle in the backfield, gets out to the right side, and slides near midfield. Jordan Miles not really taking any chances of taking a hit tonight. See where the spot is on this one. They give him a pretty proper spot that time, Bob, at the start of the slide at the 48-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Colonels. And they will let the time tick off the clock. Of course, no play clock going on. Kept on the field tonight. They had trouble from the outset of this one. High snap is actually off the fingertips of Miles into the hands of Jenkins.
And lost, I think, back to the Christian 45.
Yeah, Jameis Carnahan over there on the tackle, but Christian County fortunate that ball didn't hit the ground.
Christian has had 3 or 4 or 5 high snaps tonight. That's the only one that they could not handle.
We're under 4.5 to play in this one. Christian County looking to the sideline and in no hurry. 18-9 your score.
About a 3rd down and 6-7 yards for the Colonels.
Christian County now on the line, and timeout called on the field by Christian County. We'll take 30 seconds and be back. Colonels lead by 9.
Your Planters Bank Total Checking account is now overflowing with benefits from the new Planters Perks Checking. Get new benefits accessible instantly from the exclusive Planters Perks app. New ways to waive your monthly service charge. Valuable savings at area businesses. And you can keep your total current checking access and benefits. Just download the Planters Perks app to get started. Planters Perks. Reason number 53 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
And we're back here in Hopkinsville at the Stadium of Champions. 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining to be played in the game. Both teams at their respective sidelines.
Bob, with a 3rd and 6 coming up right here and only 4:05 left to play, you got to believe this is going to be a big play. If Christian County gets another first down and has that much time to run off the clock, Caldwell County down 2 possessions, there's really a lot more riding on this one than your average 3rd and 6.
But you're right, Dennis. Now, what do you think Christian County is going to do? Going to put it in the air or try to run it? If they don't make it, they may try to run a 4th down play, but I don't know that they'll put it in the air.
I look for maybe to stay in the hands of Miles either way, either roll out or a handoff. Miles is going to be brought down for a loss. They did want to pass, set up a little bootleg. And getting in the backfield, Caldwell County calls a quick timeout.
Back to the 36-yard line, a big 9-yard sack.
And Todd, you want to give us the number of the player that made that sack? If you've got that, it looked like 77, but we want to verify it.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if you could see that or not, but when Christian County came back out before the play started, they started the clock, and there was a timeout. The ball should have started on the snap, and Caldwell lost about 10 or 15 seconds because the clock was running before the ball was snapped.
That's the second time they've had a clock snafu tonight. We had the clock start and then stop again after a timeout in the first half.
Going to bring up a 4th down. And
did you see the name of the number of the kid that made the sack?
I did not. Let me check.
Okay.
Who got the sack for them?
Christian County back out on
Drayden
the field.
Sherrill.
Drayden Sherrill is number 73, a freshman.
4th and 16.
A lot of freshmen called tonight, Bob, in this ball game. A lot of good play by several freshmen.
And extremely bodes well for the future.
3:45 is left on the clock, but that's 20 seconds off a play that shouldn't have taken anywhere near that amount of time.
Christian County is in punt formation.
Caldwell County's going to drop a couple back at their own 35-yard line. Bumpus and probably Chambliss. Still some confusion on the sideline. There's been a lot of conversation between the officials and the coaching staff of Christian County tonight. Seems like it's been taking an inordinate amount of time after some of these calls have been made. Big plays stopped by Caldwell County's defense, though. They have shined for the most part tonight. You got to give them an A for effort. They put 4 seconds back on the clock, 3:49 now. So Christian County made a net gain of 6 seconds on that snafu. Punt is up, going towards the sideline. Takes a straight up and down bounce and rolls out of bounds. Caldwell County will take over at their own 35-yard line. That ball took a favorable bounce like a wedge shot from Bob Hayes on the golf course.
That happens about once every 4 years, Dennis.
So Caldwell County with some urgency now, only 3:41. And they've got to get 2 scores, whether it's a field goal to keep this one maybe a chance to have a shot towards the end of the game, or a quick touchdown would be ideal. 2 receivers each way. Still Carnahan in the backfield. They've kind of experimented with Gus Fox back there as well. Parker complete at the 32-yard line, and Carnahan gets up to the 35, but he could not get out of bounds.
They do stop the clock.
He stayed in bounds on it. Clock still moving with 3:25. Carnahan wanted to get out of bounds, tackled just inside. So Parker has the play, comes back to the line of scrimmage. He'll put Carnahan to his left shoulder with 2 receivers on each side. Parker rolls to his left, looks down the field. More pressure, throws, incomplete, throws that one out of bounds.
Good. Thought he was going to take about a 15-yard loss there.
It was very close, but I think he's had so much rushing pressure in the second half, Bob. He's almost going to have to roll out on maybe every play right now just to buy some time, because Christian County has really been jumping on that line here in the second half.
Guys, I think they're looking at calling maybe an intentional grounding here, but I thought they changed that rule in high school this year. I thought the National Federation changed that rule where if you were out of the pocket, you could now throw the ball. You know, maybe they're saying they didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe that's what it is, but I thought they changed the rule on, before you just couldn't do that, but now I thought you could once you're out of the pocket.
Well, apparently the receiver not close enough because they are walking this one off back to the 25-yard line, it looks like. And loss of down goes along with it. Oh, they're still walking this one off from the spot that Parker threw from, which is going to be back at the 17-yard line.
I'm going to have to check a few rules after this game.
So 3rd down and very long for Caldwell County. Parker drops way back, steps up in the pocket, throws to the sideline, complete to Carnahan at the 28-yard line. Good diving catch. So Caldwell County with 4th and 9. Of course, they're going to go for it at this point. 2:50 left to play.
That was actually Gus Fox with a pretty nice catch over there.
So Fox with a good sliding catch. Snap is back to Parker. Throws it quickly. Carnahan the outlet. Has the first down and then some. Still on his feet across the 40, 45. Looked like he got to the first down.
It's close. Very close.
May have called that one prematurely, but it looked like he got there. We'll see how the spot is on it.
They're moving the sticks. It's a first down.
Lake Barkley CrossFit first down.
4th and 15, and all we needed was 15.
Sticks are spotted. Clock is running. 2:16. 2 receivers each side for Parker. Parker wants to go down the field. Now he decides to keep it and gets back to about the line of scrimmage. There, I'm not sure if you don't just throw that one out of bounds and save a little time on the clock. Clock's still moving now with the 1:55 left to play. Carnahan in the backfield. Safety valve back here. Parker in traffic, gets brought down for a loss. And it looks like the clock is going to tick down on Caldwell County. Tigers call the timeout. Timeouts, of course, this season brought to you by our friends at Travis Construction and Concrete. For all of your construction and concrete needs, it's Travis Construction and Concrete. Call them for driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, even remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers, and here's building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete.
Caldwell County facing a 3rd and 10 situation here.
Ball is spotted at the 43-yard line.
Actually, let's make it 3rd and 12.
We'll have all of the stats for this game coming up on the Trilogy post-game report. We appreciate our friends at Trilogy. They've been with us for a while now, Bob, and we enjoy having those guys around. Todd will have all the game stats coming up, also give out a lineman award. We'll have some other awards for a play of the game, quick cut, and catch of the game, and a look ahead to next week as the Tigers stay on the road to Madisonville North Hopkins to take on the Maroons. WPKY will kick it off with football coverage at 5:30. Snap is back to Parker. Looks down the sideline, and it's got to be a flag on that one.
Yeah, I can't believe there's not a flag on that play. He was holding him all the way down the line, down the field, guys. I'm not sure what the back judge looks at or the side guy looks at, and Coach Will's getting into the referee on this sideline over here, but that's pass interference textbook right there. I'm not sure why there's not a flag.
Yeah, that ball was right on line. If he could have stayed on stride. Now Bumpus is coming up with a leg cramp after the collision. Incompletion stops it at 1:38, but you're right, Todd. He had the guy just draped over his shoulder pads.
Yeah, that's what that rule is for.
Hamstring in both legs now as Bumpus gets attention on both legs. Still a very warm night here at the Stadium of Champions.
Hey, guys, a good game tonight down in Murray. Murray has knocked off Crittenden County 34-27. And, of course, we'll see both of those teams a little bit later on this season, but that must have been a heck of a ball game.
And Todd mentioned in Crittenden County, it looks now like our friend Coach Chuck Mitchell, who won the chance to broadcast a game at the Princeton Optimist Club radio auction with a great bid for us to be donated to the radio auction of $175. We appreciate his generosity there. And we're looking at the Crittenden County game for Coach Chuck Mitchell to make his broadcast debut, so that's going to be a fun night. It'll be the second of back-to-back games at home when we get back. And looking forward to that night with Chuck Mitchell, and you got to know that a Ric Flair woo is going to come out of the coach that night.
Maybe early on. I think that's how we introduce him.
A lot of fun with Coach Chuck Mitchell. Is going to have a young girls basketball team this coming season, but they'll be well prepared and looking forward to basketball coverage when that time rolls around.
Key fourth down here for the Tigers, 4th and 12 to keep this drive alive.
Parker out of the shotgun. He's not going under center any tonight. Scrambles around, throws up the field. It's Kenyon Richardson at the 45.
And they gave him the catch.
He knew where the stick was, and they gave it the first down. Clock still running even while the sticks are moving. Now they finally stop it, but 3 more seconds came off the clock there. I'm going to say this. The clock operator has an itchy finger tonight. I'm going to put that out there. It's been obvious.
Yeah, you got to give him some credit if you're on the Christian County side. He's shortened this game pretty effectively in the fourth quarter.
There was about 5 seconds that came off total between a stop, a start, and a stop again. I mean, things are bleak for Caldwell County with a 2-possession game, but you need every second. You never know. That's why you play all of them.
Yeah, in a minute 23, they haven't put anything back on. Well, maybe.
Well, they moved it back to 12. We'll see what they do give them. I think the white cap official is looking to try to tell them how much time to put back on the clock.
Put 6 seconds back on 129.
And that's about what that's what we said when the play was down. While they were moving the sticks. Now the clock does start after they got the sticks moved.
Caldwell County at the Christian 45, 1st and 10.
Parker rolls to his right, had an empty backfield, everybody up the field. Parker in a lot of traffic because he's going to get thrown for about a 5-yard loss back to midfield. Clock stops with 1:19. And a timeout called on the field by Caldwell County. We'll take 30 seconds. Well, let's see. Hold on. Let's hold on with it, John. Looks like they're coming back up. I thought Caldwell took the timeout.
The Tigers did call time.
Players are going to the sideline. We'll take 30 seconds to be back. 18-9 Christian County.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
And we're back here in Hopkinsville, winding down here in the fourth quarter, minute 19 seconds to go in the game. Caldwell County at midfield facing a 2nd and 15 situation. And Dennis, one of the things that you know will come out of this is Luke has gotten some really, really big-time game experience with the pressure that he's been under tonight from Christian County.
Well, practically the entire fourth quarter and a whole lot of the third, he has had somebody chasing him everywhere he went. Christian County just very quick, and they have a lot of substitutes, a large school, a lot of linemen coming in. So Parker drops back on 2nd down, throws it over the middle, complete to Carnahan at the 25, 20, and brought down at the 6-yard line.
Great throw and a great catch.
Carnahan was wide open on the play. Caught it at the 25 and ran till he was brought down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers with 1:10 left. Punch it in quick and then try the onsides. Parker keeps it himself, wants to run it, gets into more traffic. He's going to be thrown for about a 3-yard loss. Under a minute to play.
That's one thing, Luke. That's going to help him in the future. But he tries to make a lot of things happen that sometimes the other team's quickness will prevent that.
Caldwell spending a lot of time getting set for the next play. 2nd and goal, this time from the 9-yard line. Parker wants to put somebody in motion. Gus Fox takes off. A lot of time ticking off. We spent 20 plus seconds. Parker now with some traffic, throws it complete at the 7 and out of bounds near the 6-yard line.
Well, his knee landed out of bounds, so as far as I'm concerned, that ball's got to be marked out of bounds.
But they have left the clock running now, 8 seconds. Caldwell, one last play. Parker takes a snap, looks to the end zone, incomplete. And that will be the final. Christian County wins this one 18-9 over the Tigers. A good effort by the Caldwell County defense. We talked about how this game had to be held in maybe the teens to low 20s. The defense did that, but the offense still has some work to do to try to find those points. We're going to keep it here, and Todd will catch up with Coach Barnes after the players shake hands. But, Bob, you take your hat off to that Tiger defense. We saw a lot of good things. Another thing that kind of stood out to me was the number of freshman names we called out tonight.
That's big.
You had a lot of kids get into the ball game as freshmen. You got a sophomore quarterback, so a lot of good things down the road. And it's always disappointing to lose a game, but Caldwell played defensively, I think, a very good game tonight at
Dennis,
times.
I got Will.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
All right, Coach, some teachable moments tonight. I thought your guys played all the way down to the wire, but just couldn't quite get it in there at the end.
Yeah, no, and, that's not good enough. We're not in it to, get moral victories or anything like that. Disappointed in how we played, and but there, like you said, there were some things that we did well. I tell you, if we'll get 11 to 15 to 20 guys to play like Jameis Carnahan did tonight, we'll end up being all right. It's just got to make a decision. What type of team are we going to be? Are we going to, I think we made some progress, but obviously not enough. Got a lot of work to do, and we've got to do a better job of getting ready to play, and I got to do a better job all around.
Some of the little things on offense, though, is that just something you can go to work on in practice and kind of get those fixed?
Really, some of the things, the issues, haven't been a problem. As bad as we've been offensively in the scrimmages, we had some issues tonight that haven't shown up, over the last couple of weeks, which is disappointing to see. So, we got to get a lot better offensively, and, we played well enough defensively to give us a chance, and just – had some turnovers. I don't think they had any, and they had some big plays. We didn't have very many. That's kind of how it went, I felt like.
Defensively, I thought you guys stood up pretty well, but they were big up front, and Christian County has always got quickness all over the place.
Yeah, there were times I thought we got a little worn down in the third quarter, and hopefully that'll get a little bit better with some more experience. Got a lot of work to do, and we'll go back and try to get things fixed this week.
What do you know about Madisonville coming up next week?
I've not a lot, just what we've seen from them last year. Looked at them over the summer some, but I think they've got quite a few guys back. I know they got a good running back and quarterbacks back. Got a lot of good players back, and I think they feel like they've got a pretty good team. So, it'll take our best effort, and we got to get a lot fixed.
All right, we appreciate the time. We'll talk more about it in the morning.
Yep, thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Will. That's Tiger football head coach Will Barnes, and guys, we're on location tomorrow morning for Saturday morning quarterback over at the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery. Actually, it's a short trip from the radio station across West Main Street, so we'll have the Saturday morning quarterback show at 9 o'clock in the morning, and lots of recaps and photos and videos and stats coming up later this evening at yoursportsedge.com, so check that out. Guys, back up to you, and we'll get to work on the stats and all those things and have those for you here in just a minute.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that interview with Coach Barnes. Caldwell County drops the opener tonight at the Stadium of Champions. to Christian County 18-9. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll get underway with the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show. That's next here on your home for Tiger football, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for our Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Preston Burrell, Addie Vincent, and Lily Horde.
For a delicious meal, try Kay's Kitchen in Princeton. They have great home cooking, just like Mom and Grandma used to do. Enjoy cooked-to-order breakfast every day, all day. Daily lunch specials include favorites like open-faced roast beef, grilled chicken tenderloins, country fried steak, smoked pork chops, and catfish and shrimp on Fridays. All your favorite veggies, too. And don't forget Kay's homemade desserts. Open Monday through Thursday, 5 to 2, Friday, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 5:30 to 11. Kay's Kitchen, 501 North Jefferson Street, Princeton, 1 block from the courthouse.
Hello, I'm Jason Redford, Community President, First Southern National Bank. When First Southern National Bank says we believe in you, it means we also believe certain things about you. We believe that you want to live a life of margin, where you can balance spending, saving, and giving. We believe that you want to make wise financial decisions to enable that kind of living. Because we believe in you, we are here for you every step of the way. Visit fsmb.net to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
From switchboard operators to the party line, fax, bag phones, and personal pagers. These days, it's a new cell phone version every year. We've been there for it all, evolved and upgraded for over 71 years, always looking for new ways to be there when you need us. Now, WPKY's commitment continues with a new text line at 270-963-9038, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
It's all over but the stats. Let's check in with the WPKY sports crew as they crunch the numbers. The WPKY Tiger Football postgame show is brought to you by Trilogy Performance Sports. Listen live on the free WPKY app worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on the air at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And welcome back to the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County drops their opener tonight, 18-9 to the Christian County Colonels. Time now to get underway on the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to help you reach all of your fitness and well-being goals. Good luck, Tigers, from Trilogy Performance Sports. Tiger offense, we knew coming into tonight, struggled in the first 2 preseason games, able to put up 9 points tonight against Christian County. The defense kept them in long enough to have a shot there at the last, chance to punch it over and get a onside kick underway, but just not enough time left on the clock. Caldwell County's Coach Barnes after the game, Bob, I'm not sure real pleased with the performance of the offense once a lot of things played a little bit different, did brag on the effort of Jameis Carnahan.
He did brag on Jameis's effort tonight, a warrior-like effort, and from what we saw up here, Dennis, he deserved that compliment. Running hard, off tackle, 2 nice catches of the night, and maybe led the team in tackles as well. Just an all-around great performance tonight by Jameis.
And Todd, if you're listening, you just butt in anytime you want with the stats, and we will send it down to the field for you. Bob, we knew coming in, we talked in the pregame show, the defense would probably go into tonight knowing you're not going to be able to give up more than, in my mind, I was thinking 21 points and have a legitimate shot at a very quick Christian County team. That held true. 18 points was a a decent showing by that defense. 2 touchdowns, the 3 touchdowns by Christian County tonight. No extra points made. And the defense played well enough to keep the Tigers in it, but still the Tigers are really searching for some offensive continuity or movement here early in the season in the 2 preseason games and tonight's opener.
Well, I think you're right, Dennis. I think we've got to have to figure out a way to get some more protection for Luke. Luke throws the ball nicely. Ran around a little bit too much tonight because he had to keep from getting mauled on about every other play. And as I say, I don't look for excuses or anything like that, but we had people out tonight, at least one of them, and we got to pat Preston Burrell on the back for his all the snaps tonight. If he was in there for all of them, were true snaps. Did not miss a snap at all, high, low, sideways, or what. So compliments to Preston if he was the one making all those snaps. But we've got to figure out a way to get Luke some protection, and we might need to figure out. I know we were trying to. We ran a couple of swing passes tonight, but we had a couple times tonight where Luke underthrew a wide open receiver. One time, Jameis parked in the middle of the field. We couldn't get the ball to him, but Luke is going to grow, obviously, in his effort at quarterback. And tonight, I bet next week we see a 200% improvement in him simply because he got through tonight's game.
I think part of his was baptism by fire in that second half, especially as we set it up here. Coach Barnes said it in the post-game open here with Todd, that he thought the defense started to wear just a little bit, or the offensive line started to wear just a little bit, and there was a lot of pressure on Luke Parker and had to scramble, had to roll out a lot of plays, and it was just a little bit too much to do that in his first start as a sophomore, to come out and have to throw the ball in a close game. Just a lot to ask for him, but there's a lot of time left. It's not like he's going to hang it up after tonight. He's got 3 years to play quarterback for Caldwell County.
Well, this is the other thing I look at tonight when I think about Luke is that we praised Jameis for his effort throughout the game. You've got to praise Luke for his effort running around back there with people wanting to, and not just one guy after him, maybe 2, 3, 4 colonels after him, and that's just going to make him a better player. He's, as you said, baptism by fire tonight, and let's just wait till next week, and we'll see a vast improvement over what his skill level is at quarterback.
Christian County wins tonight 18-9. Bob, a close game early in the season. You generally don't mention a lot of freshmen. Tonight we mentioned a lot of freshmen, and especially at halftime, somebody that had some nice stats at the half was Cooper Mobley, the 6-foot freshman for Caldwell County.
Very, very strong game from Cooper, and also on the field goal, 2 freshmen instrumental, 1 in the hold. Actually, 3 freshmen. 1 the snapper, Jack Roach. The holder was a junior maybe. And then the kicker was Sutton Ritchie, who just barely got the ball over, but that's all that counts. It got over.
Yeah, I think the hold on that, if I'm not mistaken, was Timothy Nichols, junior kicker. So Caldwell County has some bright spots coming up in the future, and a lot of things that they can improve on. And, Coach Barnes and that staff is going to start to work tonight on next week where we can improve. They're going to see those film. They're going to talk to the players. They're going to teach them what they may have missed tonight, how they can improve on it. But a game that Caldwell County, with all things kind of stacked against them offensively, had a chance to come back in this game and make it very interesting at the end.
Exactly, and another freshman that made a big play late in the fourth quarter was another freshman, Drayton Sherrill.
Right.
So a lot of youth contributed to our effort tonight, not just seniors and juniors out there making plays, but freshmen and sophomores as well.
So Caldwell County drops their first game of the season, 18-9 to Christian County. We'll be back on the road next week against Madisonville. Coach Barnes said he doesn't know a lot about Madisonville except they return experience. So that could be something that Caldwell County has to deal with there. If Madisonville is able to put a lot of points on the board we've got to make strides every week. It doesn't have to be necessarily a win next week. We hope for one. We'd like to see one. But when you start playing the Murrays, the Mayfields, the Ballards, and those teams that you have to win against to get a good seed against the second district when playoffs start, that's when you've got to see the vast improvement in this offense and some points start hitting that scoreboard.
Hey, guys, we're good to go down here.
Okay. You want to finish that point? And what we'll see against Madisonville, we'll go to Todd.
And just as we always think, this time at bat is over. Let's get ready for the next time at bat, which is next week against Madisonville. And I think we'll come a long way in the forthcoming week.
All right, final here, 18-9. Christian County knocks off Caldwell County at the Stadium of Champions. Time now on the Trilogy post-game report for the stats of the ball game, and we'll send it down to the field with Todd.
All right, Dennis, thanks a lot. I got a couple of scores to pass along real quick. First of all, Mayfield, a big win tonight over Graves County, 36-0. Fort Campbell picked up a 38-14 win over Muhlenberg County tonight.
Wow.
Last score I saw in Trigg County was Trigg County 28, Todd County Central 20. That was after 3, so we'll see if we can get a final score on that. And, of course, Murray held on to beat Crittenden County tonight, 34-27. Here it was 18-9 Christian County, and here's Gary Goodacre with the game stats.
For the Caldwell offense, 31 rushes for 29 yards. A lot of that, of course, due to sack yardage, which counts as rushing in high school. For Luke Parker, 16 completions out of 31 attempts, no picks, 195 yards. The leading receiver was Jameis Carnahan, 7 receptions, 75 yards, that big 44-yarder in the final quarter to get us down close to the goal line. 3 receptions for Kenyon Richardson for 30 yards, 3 receptions also for Xavier Bumpus, 23 yards, and the lone touchdown for the Tigers. 1 reception for Gus Fox for 12, and 2 for Logan Chambliss for 55. Rushing-wise, the leading rusher was Jameis Carnahan, 17 rushes for 50 yards. Luke Parker had 13 rushes for negative 22, but once again, a lot of that is sack related, and 1 rush for Logan Chambliss for 1 yard. For the Christian County Colonels, only 2 players rushed the ball. The quarterback, Jordan Miles, rushed it 12 times for 25 yards. Their workhorse running back was Josiah Jenkins, 20 carries for 80 yards, and that accounted for their 32 rushes and 105 yards of rushing. And Miles, as the quarterback, was 50%, 8 for 16 passing, no interceptions for him as well. He threw for 190 yards. The leading receiver was number 5, Prince Northington II, 4 receptions for the majority of his yards, 134. 2 receptions for Jay-Sean Riley for 37, 1 for Damian Lavelle for 11, and 1 for Devin Trevion Wolford for 8. That give him 190 yards passing. The offense for the Colonels added up to 295 yards, 15 first downs for the Colonels, 14 for the Tigers. So Caldwell just comes up a little bit short, but at the end it looked like we're figuring some things out. On to Madisonville next week for our second game against the Maroons.
Yeah, a lot of times they say you make your biggest gains from the first week to the second week of the season, so it'll be interesting to see how the Tigers get after it in practice this week. I think there were some good things tonight. Obviously, there were some bad things that have to be fixed, and that's what next week's practice is for.
Absolutely. I noticed that Coach Riley was getting a lot of players in defense in and out, and offensively, we're going to have some players come back next week as well as defensively. So it looks like we're going to have our full complement of players. Defensively, we had Camden Wolford with 10 tackles. He was the leading tackler. Cooper Mobley had 9 tackles, but also a fumble recovery and a sack. 8 tackles for Jameis Carnahan with a pass breakup. 6 tackles for Drayden Sherrill, as well as a sack. And we had 4 tackles for Gus Fox, including a sack, 4 tackles for Kenyon Richardson, and many others with less than 4 who will be noted in the website. Go look at WPKY and SportsEdge.com, and you'll be able to find the sort statistics sometime early tomorrow morning, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll have those up for everybody a little bit later on. Hopefully tonight, maybe early in the morning, like you said, and we'll be talking to the coaches again on the Saturday morning quarterback show at 9 o'clock in the morning here on WPKY. We do want to give out the Parker Eye Care Eye on the Tiger Award. That tonight is going to be given to Jameis Carnahan. You heard Coach Will Barnes talk about his effort tonight after the game. So Jameis Carnahan receives the Parker Eye Care Eye on the Tiger Award. Parker Eye Care strives to be their best to help you see your best. Parker Eye Care, Lakota Drive in Cadiz, your vision, our focus. Again, 18-9. Colonels win it tonight, but the Tigers will be back in action next week over at Madisonville North Hopkins. A couple of road games to start the season, but Dennis, that just means we get, 5 of the last 8 games at home, so it all works out.
That's right. We're looking forward to the home games, get back in the friendly confines. Thank you guys down there for the stats of the ball game tonight. You are listening to the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show on WPKY Princeton. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. They are a family-friendly environment. They offer a wide range of classes to help you reach all of your fitness and well-being goals. That's Trilogy Performance Sports. Bob, before we get to the awards section, I think Gary hit on a good point, and you did as well up here earlier tonight. When we go to Madisonville, you probably have Brady Holman and D-Man Thompson back, and that can do nothing but help offensively for the Tigers.
Absolutely. I don't know what they've been able to work with D-Man in practice, but Coach Barnes thinks that because he's such an alert, intelligent kid, that they can do certain things with him that can work to our favor. So we're looking forward to seeing him back. And then Brady Holman, obviously, is a 200-pounder that we need in there. And then Logan, Landon Davis on defense, maybe even some offensive plays as well to get him back next week and give us some rest so that we're fresh maybe in the third quarter and not wearing down. I agree that we probably wore down a little bit in the third quarter tonight.
And it'll be interesting to see if Coach Barnes, after a pretty good effort tonight, we think, by Preston Burrell, if he's able to move Holman or Burrell, either one around. That's a good game experience for Preston Burrell tonight. No bad snaps that we saw the entire game, and Caldwell County operates out of that shotgun. So a good night by Burrell as well. And we were glad to see that effort tonight, or it could have gotten ugly if he had been off track.
Well, and the other thing about Preston Burrell is that nobody came free up the middle to sack Luke. So obviously he was delivering the ball and sealing off his man at the line of scrimmage. So a nice effort tonight by Preston.
Time now to give away a few awards, Bob. Let's start with one of our favorites. Let's start with the Quick Cut, brought to you by Big Boys Barbershop. Walk-ins are welcome at Big Boys, so come on by for that quick cut. Joe and Mike will slick you up quick at Big Boys Barbershop, 117